I don't know. So how's it going, everybody? We are live for Karate Kid Part 2 watch party. We won't be starting it just yet, so let's wait for people to come on in. So, yeah, how's it going, Julie and Teresa?
Going great.
I'm doing good, Jess. How are you?
Doing great, fantastic. I have so many things that I'm working on, but there's two main projects that I'm working on that will involve a lot of people very soon. We get in touch with everybody very soon on all that stuff. Definitely.
Oh, and is it going to involve tomatoes?
Oddly, yes, but they're not the main focus.
Okay.
They're side characters.
Okay, so the cabbage is taken over then.
No, but this will be people this time. But oh yeah, I'm gonna try to definitely incorporate as many people in the community as I can with this. So that's why I got to make the scripts work so that when I film it and have them film their stuff, and then when I edit it, it makes sense enough, like at least enough. That's not just complete confusion. Proper in the chat says this is my least favorite Karate Kid.
Oh.
Wait, you like Karate Kid 3 better than Karate Kid 2, Jared? Proper?
Yeah, I guess so. Welcome, Kermit the Log. What's up? Seen him around quite a bit. He's got a little puppet thing on his channel. Some comedy around. He's seen him quite a bit. Jolly's cousin, I would think, from Snowdub, but we shall see. You see Snowdub's channel?
No, not at all.
Oh no, he hangs out with us sometimes. He's got a puppet, Jolly, that is like pretty much has whenever he's on screen, he has the puppet.
Hold on.
It's awesome. It is awesome.
Is it like a guy with like white hair on the puppet?
No, not white hair. It's a blue puppet.
Oh no, sorry, no.
Then. It looks like the Cookie Monster, but with shades. Yep.
I can't even see the chat either to check it out.
Yep, yeah. But if you wanted to see the chat, you still can actually when you're on this. If you press the home button or whatever, it should just take you out to your home screen, and you could go to YouTube. And if you click on the video, you just have to mute the video, and then you should be able to follow the chat while still talking. I think.
Oh, cool.
If that works.
Yeah, I'm looking off of my phone. It's always funny that I'm still getting used to typing proper Jenny, and as soon as I get used to it, he's going to change back.
Oh yeah, I just refer to as proper or PJ, so it doesn't really matter. So
PJ,
it's PJ, proper Jenny or Jeremy, doesn't matter.
That his gangster name.
What was that? Yep. He said best part. He said best part of Karate Kid Part 2 is the first 10 minutes plus. It was originally written for the first film.
Wow.
I don't know. There's a lot of moments in this that I like, and a lot of stuff that they could have done with it that they didn't. That I'm glad that they kept it pretty chill as far as the story plot goes. Again,
yeah.
I don't know. I like it because it's more like Miyagi's story than it is his story in this one, and it seems to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of works. But the first 10 minutes, I like that too because it felt like it just was right, like a continuation of the first one. It doesn't even feel like a sequel. Feels like after all that, they just skipped over here. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, and I completely understand why they didn't want to put it at the end of the first movie because it didn't really fit in. But it's a really good sequence.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, I'll wait till the scene comes on. I'm just thinking. I see a lot of therapy coming from that episode.
Yeah, well, it's like I'm still processing it because I literally just watched it before this. I know Proper would be disappointed because I'm supposed to have seen it beforehand and then come with my thoughts. But so I just saw it, and it's like I'm trying to see which ones I like better because in the first one I liked all the stuff they did, but like honestly, the tournament didn't even matter to me. But I feel like this one toward the end was a little more impactful in a way.
With stakes the fight a little bit higher.
Yeah, in ways, yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's kind of funny too. I look at the Johnny and his Cobra Kai bully gang, and then I look at the Asian ones in here, and I'm like, it's like American problems, first world American problems. And you go over here, and it's like up tenfold of danger. It's like okay, a little more threatening over there.
Exactly.
Yep, and we got Stevie J Reviews in the chat. What's up, buddy? He's a little newer to the community, but getting around everywhere, doing some good videos, looks like.
Yeah.
Proper says if Tom can't join, you can add me if you want. Tom's still going to join us, but I'm not sure if Vivian's going to come by, so I might invite him. There was another guy, Caesar, that wanted to join, but he didn't answer my tweet, so I don't know. I'll send Proper one as well.
PJ's coming on then.
Yeah, we got to have some more femininity.
Oh. Us two girls and one guy, you know.
Mm-hmm. Need three to balance it out.
I'm gonna call him peanut butter and jelly instead of PJ.
I think that fits too. You know, keep their butter. You have to say it like this: though, butter and jelly. That's proper.
Let's see.
I haven't messaged him in forever. He's like way down in my DMs. I'm like, where is he?
Oh boy, I'm going through and subscribing to some of these here. See the review shows, Stevie J movie reviews, I think.
Yeah, he's cool.
If I got that right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, subscribe to that. Oh.
All right, PJ, your link is sent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Kermit the Log. That's a great name for.
That's so funny. Kermit the Log.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Why didn't I think of that?
I know, would you ever get that where you like see certain people's usernames? You're like, why did I not just call my YouTube channel that? I'm like jealous now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When I came up with my name for it, I went through a few other names actually in my first launch, and I was going to call it Geoff's Movie Quadrant.
All right.
It doesn't roll off the tongue at all, and it's bad. Yeah. I posted my first video that I was going to have to launch my channel, and I posted that like a couple months ago just to show how bad it was. And I was like, welcome to my movie quadrant, and this is where I talk about movies and stuff. And I sound like a total idiot, and I'm like in a room that echoes because there's no furniture. It's just like, oh my God, really bad. And I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't go with that. I even did like a skit intro thing with Geoff's Movie Quadrant. I'm like, you're going to start the quadrant or something? And it's like, oh God. I'm like, I'm so glad I went with Rookie. Just feels a lot better. I'm like,
because good. I like it.
Yeah, thanks. I like did a whole setup where I'm like, I know I'm not an expert, but I am a rookie. I'm learning.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, but that's sort of like you sort of saying like, look, I'm not saying I'm like a professional critic or anything like that. No way some people like try and say they're professional movie critics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that sort of leaves you room to sort of say like, look, listen, I just want to review movies, you know what I mean? So that's why your name's probably better than others, if that makes sense.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully that makes sense.
It is a very great channel name.
Thanks. What's still funny though, I'll see comments where people will be like, "You're not a real reviewer. You're just a moviegoer." And I'm like, "You clicked on a channel called The Rookie and think I'm a professional."
What did you expect? What did you expect me to watch? Any movie ever? No.
It was on like my It review from last year, and that was like my first or my second or third review, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, you didn't read the books, you don't know anything about the movie or something.
That's why you honestly have to just. Of course, I didn't read the book. It's over 1,000 pages long. It takes me a while to get to these movies, let alone read a book.
Yeah, I'm like, am I called the book reviewer? No,
Yeah, yes. Like you should judge a movie on its own merits, not the books. You don't need a book to explain a movie unless it sucks. You know. By the way, hi, I'm Proper Jeremy. How are you?
Yeah, Proper Jenny, everyone. Proper Jenny, everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Peanut
finally
Butter
be
and Jelly.
talking. Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you again. Julie, I don't think we've met before.
No, we haven't sort of spoke, but I think weren't you on there was a day a couple of weeks ago you were on Lethal Lightning's
Yep.
crazy stream.
Oh yes. Oh,
about
the one
the computer
with the
game. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh.
You know, I had to stop watching. You know, because I'm a very innocent person, so I you know what I just couldn't watch that. You know, had to click off.
oh no. Luckily nothing bad showed up. But there was a moment where it was just like, oh, we saw a little slip, kind of like the one Super Bowl. But
I couldn't believe it, and you were like, No, you know what? Like, I think you kind of need to stop doing what you're doing. You're going to get like this video taken down, and he just carried on anyway. He didn't care.
He really didn't. I was like, no wonder YouTube is taking a long time to get back to you with monetization. They're just still unsure. But anyways, yes. What part of Ireland do you reside? I'm curious.
Yeah, well, I live in the north, but it kind of gets a bit confusing.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
I just asked because I studied abroad there, and we were based in
Oh,
Letterkenny.
right. Oh gosh, that's probably about a 3.5 hour
hours.
drive from where I am.
Oh yeah, if it's like around Belfast, yeah, yeah.
Well, it's about 20. Well, it's about a 20-30 minute drive from there, but I don't live in it, thankfully. Like in the actual town, sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. It takes forever to get anywhere. I wish everyone had highways like they did in the States.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. So proper. Are you going to be following along with us as well?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Yep. Yeah, I'm starting it at the 24-second mark because I have it on Amazon. So when I press play, it's not fully right away. So I'm at the 24-second mark.
Okay.
Are you with Mr. Miyagi, Geoff? Where he's starting off?
No, the 24-second mark on here is like the Liberty Lady thing, like kind of zooming out, like in the opening credits, kind of.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
When we get to Miyagi with the flies, then I'll let you know.
Oh,
That's when you'll press play or something, so we're not way too far ahead.
I'm so silly, honest to goodness.
That's okay. You said it's on DVD, so it's not like there's like a time code that's visible for you to see while you play or anything.
No.
So makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's all good.
I'll just skip to that.
It's all good.
Yeah, proper. You'll be disappointed in me. I just literally finished watching it like 5 minutes ago.
Oh no, I'm not disappointed at all. It's
Like-
as long as you watch it before, it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of watching it for the first time.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I need to do a watch party about that again. We haven't done that. And then I was like, I forgot to watch the movie. I need to watch it now. Like,
So
it's
you
not too long.
did you literally just skip through the logos and stuff?
No, I watched the whole thing.
Oh no, at the 21st mark.
22nd mark. Yeah, I mean it's at the Liberty Bell one or Liberty Lady or whatever.
Yeah, with the big flashing light at the top.
Pretty much.
Oh,
It's like she's about to summon a spirit bomb from Dragon Ball or something.
Oh, you mean the Columbia Pictures logo?
Yeah, but it's like after that, I think, with the lady. So I'm gonna actually go forward a bit so I can be at a more discernible mark for everybody. Okay. Yeah, it's the Columbia Pictures one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just get it to Miyagi, and then that's
48 seconds. 48 seconds, right after the.
I'll get it to that, and then I'll press play from there in a minute or so. Let everybody coming on in. What's up, everybody? We're gonna do a Karate Kid 2 watch party. This is fun, nice stuff. Yeah, I just finished watching it, so I'm still processing all the stuff that I just watched. It's good though. It's all good for the most part. There's little things that I probably was like, while I'm watching, but I mean, for a sequel, this is pretty good.
Really?
All right, so yeah, I'm at the 1 minute and 8 second mark where he is with the fly.
Okay, here we go. Press play then.
All right, we're doing that. Okay.
Yeah, pressing.
Are we counting down or no?
Yeah. So okay.
Do we press play?
Okay. So
I've got it on.
Okay.
Thanks.
So where is Johnny or not Johnny? Oh my God, what's his name?
John.
Oh crap.
Daniel.
Daniel. I keep on getting him and the other guy mixed up. Well, Julia, are you with Daniel arriving in his bike or?
Yeah.
I'm with him, chippy chopping with his chops.
Okay, pause that for a sec because it's a little bit ahead.
Chippy chopping.
Chippy chopping. Oh my God.
PJ doesn't know I'm nuts.
Yep. So pause that for a sec so that we'll all be more even with this. Teresa, where are you?
Yeah, I'm right there now.
Okay, I'm pressing play so I can get to where he's chippy chopping with Miyagi.
Oh, God.
A technical term.
He's catching flies.
He's wiping his feet. and now he's watching him catch the fly a little still. Just put his arms on the table.
Okay.
Are you at where Daniel was doing it too, or no?
Wait, so are we playing or?
No, I'm trying to catch up to where I'm trying to catch up to where Julie is. I'm trying to catch up to where Julie is, so she's not like 10 minutes ahead or something. Okay. Because she doesn't have any timestamp things to go off of. She's on DVD. So
Why don't we just start at the next one where Miyagi is crane kicking or something?
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So I'm pressing play to get past the Miyagi catching flies, but then when we get to the next scene, wherever we are, like pause right after the fly thing.
Mm-hmm.
That will all be
Okay,
like right.
he's on it now.
Yeah, so that's where you pause. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm paused.
Okay. All right. I paused. You guys paused.
We're all
All right.
good. All right.
Almost there.
Okay. Hurry up! No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm like almost there. Okay, fair enough. Here we are.
Okay, so we'll press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we should all be there. They're crane kicking. It's
Yes.
crane kicking.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Okay, we're all even. Thank God.
I was
That
gonna,
was so complicated.
a lot more complicated than it had to be.
Yeah, I think if we were all like on the same type of device, then I think it'd all be simpler. But like I think some people are watching it on their computers, TV, phone, DVD, whatever. It's all a little different. So I'm gonna address the chat real quick. So put in Tame. I've not seen you around here before. What's up? He says hi BFF and Rookie Critic. What's up? I assume was talking about you, PJ or Julie? No.
Who?
Sorry?
Put in Tame.
Put it in tame.
Put in Tame in the chat.
What did they say?
It just says hi BFF and Rookie Critic.
Oh, I'm the BFF. My bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm a terrible friend. Sorry.
You're like,
Wow.
who's
She's
that?
my
That's my
BFF,
best
yes.
friend. Oh no.
Wow, what a great BFF you are.
I just lost my BFF card. I was like, who is BFF? I'm like, what?
Now it's just F.
You know?
I don't even know if I'm F now. I might be a different kind of F, actually.
The Price is Right review says 2 ladies, 1 trans, and a rookie dork laughing my ass off. JK.
Hey, diversity, okay?
Yep, very diverse.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
so just for people, let's go around, I guess, with this. Well, okay, Midnight's Edge, right on time. We can't do the pausing thing. We finally all got synced. What's up, man?
Are we pausing again?
No.
Oh.
What's up, Tom?
We'll be here till tomorrow.
Tom's getting all situated. Yep.
Hi, Tom.
We can hear you if you're on the bathroom. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a.
I have headphones plugged in. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
I didn't hear a single word you said.
All right, do you hear us now?
I do. You haven't started the movie yet, have you?
Yes, we have. we just started. We all got synced up finally. Even we just started.
Where you at?
Okay, so we're at where they're showing like the flashbacks of him, and they're at the championship thing now. The teacher's looking at Johnny, going, "You must break him."
Okay.
You have a problem with that?
I got
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Yes, we are very synced, mind.
Sorry it took me so long.
It's all good. All right. Yeah, Tom. So right before this, right before I started the stream up, I just finished watching Karate Kid 2. I just finished.
Okay, I'm at the shower scene. Is that where you guys are?
It's slightly ahead, just by probably a few seconds. I'm at, they're still in the flashback with the championship where he's about to do the crane kick.
All right, just tell me when they're in the shower part then.
Okay, yeah, just wait for us. Yeah, you see, I still think he just runs into his foot. He just runs into his foot with the crane kick. He's like, no can defend, and he's like, okay, and then he just steps forward into his foot.
Oh, sure. Great, now you've ruined it for me.
It's like
I'm
he's
never
like,
gonna
is
let
my
him see that.
he's like, is my face in the right position, Daniel? Yeah, okay.
Okay, they're in the showers now.
Yeah, now they're in the showers. Yep.
Yeah. This is a great sequence. I mean, not the shower part, but what happens in the parking
You don't have to
lot.
lie, Teresa. It's okay.
Yeah, we believe you. We believe you.
Okay, maybe when I was 10, Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like Ralph Macchio isn't like 30 years old here or anything.
Say that's true. He's completely legal.
So do you guys know how far apart these movies were filmed?
Barely.
This one was right away.
Yeah, it came out 2 years later, but they started filming this very shortly after the first film came out, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I do like this sequence how they pretty much pick up right where they left off. And the other guy's all angry.
Yeah, there's actually a preconceived notion that this was filmed at the same time as the first movie. It was not.
Well, they do very good in continuity, that's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of things movies these days need to learn continuity.
Yes.
They have him limping and it's acting the same pretty much, and just
That is the reason why you don't see his mother or Allie. Otherwise, they would have been in the scene too.
Good point. Well, at least they don't have any water bottles or Starbucks cups.
Remember, but I think the novel actually mentions them in this part. Your parts are cool.
Oh.
Well, I suppose it was too much to spend just to get them out there for one day, or just time wise or whatever. And, yeah,
the holy Starbucks.
Oh boy.
See, when I first saw this just a little bit ago, I was like, are they going to have it be where he gets the fame get to his head or something, and then he's got to relearn? I'm so glad they did not do that.
no, it's a little bit different. It's more like how he has to now apply all this stuff he's learned to the real world, not just a tournament.
Oh, yes. My favorite part is upon us.
Yes.
This is by far the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
That's just
Oh
me,
my
though.
gosh, yeah. He's just really beating him up.
He chokes him. He freaking chokes him.
Oh, it gets worse.
He punches that kid in the face. Punches that spaz kid in the face. Like, dude.
Let it go.
Gosh, yeah. Oh, bam!
Yeah,
This dude should have ended up in.
he just pimp slapped him.
Was that the body bag kid?
No, that was the guy who became a pastor in the series.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he becomes a preacher.
Yeah, because he's like the ooh.
I love how
Would
Miyagi
you
had.
even attempt it a second time?
What was that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
just
okay.
attempt something like that a second time. You gotta learn the first time.
Yep.
It's like fool me once, shame on you, but that's on him.
I love how he's got no guard up at all. Like, he's like, I'm not going to throw any punches. It's like,
Exactly.
He's just like
idiot.
"You're up."
The look in his face with the hand. You could kill me. Holy shit.
Look at his face.
His face. How is that not a meme? How is that not a meme yet? That guy's face. Holy shit.
Oh, we need this as a meme. Does anybody know how to make memes?
You just need to take just a screenshot of it and then type it in a meme generator.
Oh, I
Make
need
it
this
so,
as a meme.
everybody.
Great.
I love the honk sequence. I always have.
No, honk. You know that's for you.
Not yet for the week. Not over here.
Okay, now I'll admit. So
Oh,
I've seen a lot of wise masters, wizards type roles, mentors, and everything. And I will admit, after seeing both of these Karate Kid movies, that Miyagi is really good. Like, every single thing, every conversation he has with Daniel is pretty much a lesson, practically.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think the part that explains this movie the most is when they're sitting on the plane and Daniel turns to him and goes, "Now, if you would have fought Sato," which we're getting ahead of ourselves, but he's like, "If you would have fought Sato, would your father have been referee?" And Miyagi's like, "No referee." And he's like, "Well, how do you know who wins?" "Whoever not dead doesn't." And it's like, okay, so that kind of sets up the whole movie from there on out, because now, like I said, it's him like applying all this stuff to the real world, and he's facing somebody who's not just at a tournament, but this is like, life or death combat now kind of thing. Yeah. It's a way different movie. I love it.
Explaining why Elizabeth Shue isn't in the movie.
I feel like this whole scene with the girl was like, well, she didn't want to come back, so we have to make a reason as to why she's not here.
Yeah,
I think filming Adventures in Babysitting at the time was the main reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she fell in love with some football player from UCLA.
Because before this, but
it kind of ruins her character from the first one. But
you can see Daniel like grew like another foot probably.
Wait, is he drinking?
Yahoo.
Yoo-hoo? No.
Yeah, Jeremy would approve.
Yeah, Yoo-hoo. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. They're actually also drinking Yoo-hoo in the second episode of Cobra Kai.
Really?
Not even kidding you. Hawk is drinking Yoo-hoo. It's right there. I'm like,
sponsored by Jeremy.
Yeah.
Oh, in the cafeteria. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, it's when Dimitri's being funny. Just it's like, oh yeah, we talk to him all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, look, the ruffled shirt suits, those are so wrong.
It's like just like exactly the same suit that they wear in Dumb and Dumber almost.
I thought that was a blouse. I thought that was like his mom's blouse or something.
Yeah.
It was probably one of his dad's suits or something, yeah, I'd imagine. Because that's a through line, especially in this one, is the father's thing. Because when Miyagi loses his father, spoilers, Daniel's the one who actually becomes his saving grace there because he's actually been through it already,
Yeah.
So, a touching moment there too, yeah.
I agree. I like this moment too in a sec where it's like, he's like, dude, my girl just left, my mom's gonna have us, we're gonna move again, all that stuff, and then he's like, dude, just focus, do a task, and you're good. And it's like, okay, he's like, all right, freaking out. He's like, okay, focuses on the thing. And it's just like, I don't know, seems like a decent way to deal with an issue. Instead of just freaking out about it and not doing anything.
Yeah. Controlling the breathing. Or you can just punch something. I always feel better when I do that.
Wait, well, that's where the hammer comes in, at least, for now. Focus and then release. It's more Kill Bill territory, I'd say, though.
No, but breathing, very important. Most important.
How are you just not a walking Miyagi quoter?
You can breathe first.
Lick the ice cream slow, so no brain freeze. That is the only way. That is the only way.
It'd be so funny if you walked about the shop like that, like, where is the milk, Maggie-san? They'd be like, what?
Milk?
You cut in line, you show dishonor to all cinema. Of all go. No.
I dare you to do that and record a video. Like, go to the cinema and talk like Miyagi and just film the whole thing. I spent a day talking like Miyagi.
Just somebody hold a camera and just recording your interactions with people.
That would be gold, honestly.
That'd be funny. Okay, you guys.
Dress
So,
up like...
so my theaters in my area are closed.
Why? What?
There's like a dispute with the company AMC or something, some type of legal thing. So, like, I have theaters around my area called Cinetopia, and it's like pretty good theaters, I'd say. Like every theater in there, like every room has good seats, and there's better seats for certain ones, like certain couches and whatnot for other things. They have good food. They actually have like a Vinatopia, which is like a restaurant area. So it's more for adults in a way. It's like you don't have some kid walk in there. Like there's a $3 theater, Regal Cinema, around, which that's about what it'd be worth. Then there's the Cinetopia, which is like the main theaters, and those are closed right now. Like AMC's either like they're a distributor to them and they like are withholding movies or something. I have no idea. It's stupid. I'm trying to see if Odin's Movie Blog could look into that because he's worked at theaters and knows more about that business.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can't see anything new for a while.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, well.
Or maybe it's actually a good thing because most of the movies suck.
Yeah, you want to save yourself some of the pain.
Yeah, I guess I was going to see John Wick.
Oh, John Wick!
I was gonna watch the two first ones and then go see John Wick 3 in theaters like all on the same day. But
well, you haven't seen it yet.
No, I was going to, but they're closed.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. It's like the best movie of the year by far.
Well, there's not very much competition at the moment. Oh, actually, never mind. Endgame.
I'd say Endgame was really good. And God, it's supposed to be super. We'll see.
No, I caught myself immediately in the mid sentence. I'm like, wait a minute.
You guys are both wrong. The Rise of Skywalker will destroy it all.
Well, I don't know. JJ is just kind of like, fuck it. So,
I just said, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just said, F it. I'm gonna do what's right. Whatever. F you too. I'm not paying to see the movie.
Yep.
Gonna go see Cats.
Yep. I might actually go see Cats.
I know this is weird, but this scene right here is a reminder of me, and I know this is off of what you guys are talking about. So
that's all good. That's all good. We just wrapped that up anyway. So
this movie right here reminds me of why novelizations of movies are so cool. Because they usually take an earlier screenplay before everything's been deleted, where you actually have writer's notes and stuff in there. And I love this scene here because this scene in the book is so poignant because he's like, he's reading the letter and he's like, Daniel's like, oh, I didn't even know your father was still alive. And it's just a quick moment in the scene, but in the book, you have this whole inner dialogue of Daniel where he's like, oh shit, I just said the stupidest thing ever to this guy when he's, his father's sick and here I am. I love moments like that, and that's like why I love novelizations of books of the movies. Sometimes that's just, I know it's just a stupid thing, but
no, it's not a stupid thing at all because it's exactly what a novelization should do. It doesn't explain a plot hole. It provides more of the scene. It gives it more context, and it enriches it.
Well, imagine if they were like show that same dialogue in here, like, he says it and then they have like a voice thought where he says the same things that probably wouldn't translate as well in film version.
Yeah,
it's good to see it.
Daniel's face, but that was probably what it was just a direction in the screenplay or the script for Ralph Macchio, basically,
Yeah.
But the writer used it.
Yeah.
When were the books written?
Same time. I got all three of them, or at least the first three anyway. I think they were always by the same author too, which was a typical thing.
Well, at least it's consistent that way.
Well, usually it would end up being like the assistant or whatever of the actual writer of the film.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get their kind of first kind of leg up into because the guy who ended up writing like I think Halloween 4 wrote like the first 3 novelizations of the first Halloween movies, for example. So it was kind of like he just graduated to writing the next movie after that kind of thing.
Yeah, because you have a better understanding, especially if that's actually a very smart idea, because it maintains that consistency of a passing of a torch. If you don't want to be the same screenwriter the whole time,
they have to give a shit about continuity and people working their way up the ranks in movies and franchises and stuff like that. Back in the day, it wasn't just do what we tell you to or let Zack Snyder do what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can let them do what they want, but to a certain degree, I guess.
Well, when it comes to a franchise, and Andre is a big promoter of this idea, is you have to have, an overall vision. You have to have a Kevin Feige. You have to have a showrunner, basically, essentially.
Yes.
Karate Kid films, you had Elvison through at least the first 3. He didn't direct the next Karate Kid, but
no.
He's not involved now with the newer show, but there's a lot of people who were involved with the original show or with the original movie, so that helps. And the people who are making it, they don't want to make it better than Karate Kid. They want to pay homage to it, but make something good at the same time. Even though in a lot of ways it is probably better than at least some of the sequels.
Right.
The makers of it aren't so full of themselves like a lot of these modern, filmmakers. Oh, we're just going to make it better. We're going to change it and make it better, and it's like, no, that's not how you make it better. You make it better by, paying homage to the past, but adding something new to it that's worthwhile, not just a Mary Sue or like a Rey character in Star Wars or something like that, where there's no consequence, or a Captain Marvel where she doesn't learn anything. It's all just basically everybody's been wrong to her and she's the one who's perfect, It's like, I'm getting tired of that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to single out women. There are plenty of Gary Sues too out there, so.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the whole thing, is that the moment you think you know better is actually the moment you fail, because that means that you're not willing to learn. And I think that that's why these movies are so crappy nowadays, these, sequels and things, because they're thinking they're better. It's like, no, you're not better. Get over yourself and listen and learn, and then you'll come up with something good.
Well said.
Yeah, and that's why the characters in Cobra Kai are so good, because they didn't come out the gate perfect. They didn't. They're earning their way into our hearts and our emotions and minds, depending on if they're even some of the villains are.
Yeah.
You gotta respect the shoulders that you stand on.
Because even though we're
Precisely.
meant to hate Kreese, he's still somebody we sympathize with him in certain ways. Even if we pity him, in certain terms. But yeah, I mean, it's great when you have great characters like this work with, especially, and then to be able to pay homage to them and build them up some more and beyond what they were, unlike Rian Johnson did to like Luke Skywalker, for instance. But,
Yeah. Gosh.
I feel like I can't go a single stream without it being brought up.
Well, in this instance, it makes sense because that was a perfect way to bring Daniel and Johnny into the next generation of characters and pay homage to them, not disrespect them. I mean, The Last Jedi was just a big FU, and that's the prime example of how not to do this, how not to take classic characters and, bring them back to, to a franchise.
Oh, no, I understand the point you were making. I was just making an off joke.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, no. Yeah, when we're talking about this, it's very important to understand that this is the way you handle, this is the kind of way you handle this kind of responsibility, of continuation and internal consistency.
Well, and in general, I feel like the tone of the movies these days is we have to make another movie, and these ones are let's watch the story unfold and the characters interact. And it's like in this one, again, kind of like the other one, they tease like that you're leading to a huge event, but the event doesn't even really matter. It's the resolutions and the character conflicts throughout the journey.
Right. And I love this movie. I don't care what anybody says, and I brought this up when we watched the first film. This was a rare sequel for the time in a sense that it made more money than the original. There are some detractors of the film, but most people who are fans of the franchise do hold this movie up. Like, yeah, it's not necessarily as good as the first movie, or it's like a Godfather 2 compared to Godfather 1 kind of thing to some people, because it isn't just a retread of the first movie, which a lot of sequels were at this time. And I think that's another reason why it managed to make more money than the first movie did at this time, too, because back in the 80s, no sequel ever made more money than the first movie. It was a very rare thing to happen. Even the Star Wars movies declined. There was always it was very gradual. So yeah, for a sequel to turn around and not only make more money than the original, but this was a big movie at the time because I think this was one of the first 10, at least, if not less than that, maybe first 5 movies to break $100 million at the box office. That time, there was very few before that, like Star Wars, Jaws, God, what else? E.T., obviously, yeah. Beverly Hills Cop. And the other Star Wars movie. So it would have been the 6th or 7th movie then, to break 100 million at the box office.
Do you think it has a lot to do with inflation or ticket sales?
Part of it. Well, and then some people because you go by ticket sales and Gone with the Wind is still the leader.
Yeah.
I still argue that because I'm not sure how they're counting that, because back then in most places you had to go to 2 different nights to see Gone with the Wind, so it got your money twice.
Why'd you have to go 2 different nights?
They split the movie up over 2 nights in a lot of areas. Most people don't remember that for some reason. And the only reason I know because I think it was one of the movies that premiered in Wisconsin, or they had a premiere in Wisconsin, because they did for Wizard of Oz that year too. And it's just in the historical thing, and people had to go 2 nights, and so they had the 2 different tickets for each night of the premiere, whatever it was.
Oh, that's cheating.
Yeah, it's weird because they showed the first half one night and the second half the other night. It was really weird.
Yeah, it's like there could be an intermission, like a play or something.
I guess not back then, which is weird too, because back then they'd have a whole program with movies still, so it wasn't like abnormal for people to sit in the theater for 6-7 hours either, which is kind of strange. But I'm sure it wasn't like that everywhere. But
yeah,
I just love this shot.
Oh yeah,
it's just.
It's probably an optical, actually, but it's a very well done optical. Or you may just mean the sunset shot.
Oh no, it was zooming in on Daniel and then going out. I don't know if I'm a little behind, but
no, you're good.
custom.
Yeah, and I also, what I think makes this such a successful sequel is they shifted the focus somewhat and really let Mr. Miyagi shine without turning him into a Gary Stu, if you will.
Right.
Well, overshadowing Ralph Macchio.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Simultaneous love story at the same time, yeah. And it's about him and his father and the relationship between fathers and sons and all that kind of. So yeah, it does shift the focus a little bit more to Miyagi, but that's okay.
Well, I feel like the story is about Miyagi here, but he's along for the ride and still learning as he goes from Miyagi still.
Yeah, and he has to fight. He has to basically finish Miyagi's fight. Unfortunately, that's kind of what it is about. Yeah.
You know, when I first watched this movie, I guess because I loved the Karate Kid part 1 so much. This one, I guess, because of all because I watched it when I was a kid, I just wasn't entirely on board with everything, just because I didn't know what was going on, and I was just like, I wanted to be entertained or something. But you know, as I got older, I kind of saw what they were going for, and I watched it for the first time in years, and I just had a little bit more of an appreciation of it. I mean, I still liked part 3 a little bit better, I guess, but for different reasons.
I like the third one.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I know why, but I'm not sure why people really just hated part 3 so much. Just kind of weird.
Due to a point, it's my least favorite of the first 3. I mean, if you don't count part 4.
Right.
What the hell?
I still kind of want to see both those. Both those ones, part 3 and part 4.
Part 4 has moments to it. I think you should see it just to see it. Since you've gone this far, and once you get to part 3 and stuff,
Yeah.
On your journey to watching Cobra Kai.
Oh yes. Now see, this is all part of the journey, you guys.
Well,
Yes.
I do think they've referenced 4 a couple times now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also, I think even the writers had said, yeah, we'd be open to having a Hilary Swank or something like that. Something to that effect.
See,
they'd be more than willing to be. Yeah, because that would be awesome if they could get Hilary Swank, especially now, you know, she's such a prestigious actress.
The movie gets a bad rep, and I said this before, so I'll keep it brief. But like I said before, I like it because it isn't just a retread of the other movies. It isn't just a remake of the first film. Her character is a much different character than Daniel is. And her journey is much different than Daniel's is. And there is a lot of great moments. But the end is real fucking cheesy. That's the problem.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
That's the only main thing, is that final bit in the end. I'm not going to give too much away for those who haven't seen it, but that's where the movie really goes off the rails. It's like, but anyway, we'll get there when we get there.
I just have one more question about it, though, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead. I just don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it.
Oh, right. Well, I can wait till later.
No,
yeah, we're at the scene where they get confronted.
You can ask. If I'm going to spoil anything, I'll give everybody their warning.
Oh, I was just...
It brings his uncle out.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, are you guys at the same part where Daniel's just lifted up the book, Okinawa?
No.
Sato first comes up.
Yeah,
They were going the wrong way.
Sato's approaching.
yeah, he's approaching. He's got his shades on, looking like a mafia person.
Inside a dark house.
Yeah.
Factory. He's got his sunglasses on. Yep.
That's great.
Am I too far on, or am I?
Where are you at?
They're walking away now with their suitcases.
No.
That's slightly ahead. I'm at where Sato is just about to. He's like, you got, go see your father and then face me.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And look at poor Miyagi.
Just throws the book out like that.
Yeah.
These guys are dicks.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. These guys make the Cobra Kai kids look like a bunch of little weenies.
Little pansies, yeah.
It's like,
Here, Geoff.
That'd be good. That'd be a good thing to have these guys fight the Cobra Kai guys. Let's see.
Yeah. I don't know. When I was watching it, a few weeks ago, I was just, when I was watching it, I just thought like these villains don't seem very as well-rounded as I'd say maybe Johnny was, as a character.
Well, yeah, probably not. These ones are more stemmed off of their masters.
Yes, but his nephew is like really roid rage, pissy with Daniel for no real good reason other than.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like there's a reason other than, oh, my uncle told me to.
Yeah, he's a little more one-dimensional for sure.
Well, I think Daniel breaks that one thing in half, and that's his whole cause for his anger toward it.
but he started it though.
Yeah, that does take it to the next level. I mean, of course, what sucks is I was yakking over probably one of my favorite lines when Daniel goes, "Can you break a tree like that or a log like that?" He goes, "Don't know, never been attacked by a tree."
Yeah,
That's great. The Price is Right Reviews asks us, he says, challenge for everyone. Pick 2 martial arts legends to pin against one another, and who would win and why?
Ooh.
Miyagi would win every time.
of course.
Against Yoda, I'm not so sure.
Well, unless you introduce some kind of magical shit. But
Well, he doesn't have to use his magic. He just, size no matter not.
Hey,
it's Coach. What's up, Coach?
Yep, Coach Millhouse has joined us. He says Chuck Norris destroys all.
Except Bruce Lee.
I totally spaced out the chat. You're sorry, guys.
I love Bruce Lee.
So I turned my video off because I'm sitting here watching the video, so you see the side of my face. I'm like, that's not real appealing to anybody. Nobody wants to look at the front of my face, let alone the side.
Yeah, it's okay. No, just kidding.
Oh, I gotta face the radio. That's one thing Rob and I always agree.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the Grasshopper from Kung Fu versus. Well, no, Miyagi would still just win.
Still kick his ass.
Yeah.
What about the Kill Bill master? The dude with the beard, the home.
No, Miyagi would still win.
That'd be a good fight, though.
Yeah, it would.
What is it, Pai Mei?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Pluck your eye out.
Are you guys at the scene with his father?
No,
Johnny or not, Daniel is just entering the house, and when he sees the Asian chick,
yeah. Love interest.
That is so sweet. That.
Yeah, now he just sees his father. That's right where I am.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh.
Now this is acting.
There's for you. Not even Chinese. She's Vietnamese, by the way. I believe.
Semantics.
Yeah, I like the way they showed this very vulnerable side of Miyagi here.
I still get so sad at this scene, and I've seen the movie a million times.
Do we even hear the father say anything?
I think he.
I don't think we hear any dialogue from him.
I think she kind of just says he's happy to see you or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, look, oh gosh, Pat, he was such a good actor. My gosh, look at him.
Coming off an Oscar nomination on this one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people nowadays, to get their scenes, they have to go. They have to really make a noise and make the effort to cringe and cry as to where he just lets the tears fall.
Just be Brie Larson.
Yeah.
I totally earned this.
Oh, they're both crying. This is rather moving. It's been a while since I've seen this. Yeah, because there's so much hurt,
Yeah, she never married. He left. She never married.
14, 15 years now, hasn't he, poor Miyagi?
What about 50? I know it's not quite, but
yeah. Oh, sad.
Poor Miyagi.
Yeah, maybe 40.
But you guys, Captain Marvel is more emotional.
Oh, for the love of.
That's fun.
Oh, geez.
It just
do you guys remember when Rey said she doesn't have any parents? Who's the Asian love interest here? I didn't actually catch her name when I was watching this.
Did
they say her name? She was there. I'm like, did I miss her name?
You saw me? You go?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Or his wife, or not his wife, but his almost wife. Are you talking about, or talking
No,
about?
I'm saying Daniel's love interest.
That's Kumiko, and then Yukie is the older one.
Ah, okay.
Let me
And
just.
no, this girl is not the one that's in the animated series either, even though most people mistake that.
There's an animated Karate Kid series.
Oh
Yep.
Are you
Yeah.
effing kidding me?
No.
What?
She's a
No. It apparently wasn't bad. So
This is
It isn't
wait.
horrible, and they actually have likeness rights, so everybody looks like the people in the show. Now, the voices are a little.
I was surprised that there's books.
There's
animated.
there's
Okay.
always novelizations. You know,
Oh,
they tried to milk all of these series for as much as they're worth.
Well, no. I mean, did the book come before the movie, or the movie before the book?
No.
Actually, yes. Then a lot of times you would get the book months before the movie would come out. Sometimes Star Wars hit the bookshelves way before the movie came out. That's why I thought Star Wars was based on a book. Yeah, the book
What the
came out
heck?
5 months before the movie did.
That spoils the movie.
They didn't care back then. Have you seen watch some trailers from the 70s and 80s?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, that is true.
Scenes of the movie, and 9 times out of 10 they give away the whole entire plot
Did they
Yeah.
show the Death Star being destroyed?
because they didn't care. They're like,
What?
you know it's good, you're gonna come see it.
There's nothing else to watch. Watch this.
Yeah, they weren't obsessed with surprising us or subverting our expectations.
I think it started with kind of like Godzilla was really bad, where they started hiding the movie, where it was like they didn't even show any scenes from the movie in that trailer. It was always just something completely off that had nothing to do with the movie.
You said Godzilla?
Yeah, the 99 one, not the newer one. Or
Oh,
98.
maybe because they were embarrassed.
They were. They knew they had a stinker on their hands. That's the first time that they really hit a movie like that, where it was like they knew that this thing was going to tank after the first weekend, so they had to make as much money as possible in that first weekend. The internet was around, but it wasn't like it was now. You didn't have all these places to go and say Godzilla sucked, avoid it at all costs. You know.
I know that's the thing. Yeah.
It'd be kind of funny if they showed like a trailer for the Avengers, just showing all the Avengers eating shawarma at the end. Like that's the trailer. The no dialogue. They're just eating the food. Go see the Avengers.
That's kind of what they do now in a lot of ways.
I don't know.
Well, the Avengers can get away with it.
Yeah, look.
Well, I
At the
know, but like without showing all the action and who's the villain is or anything, just show them eating food. And that's
Because no one cares who it is. They'll go see it. So why waste all your money on having an editor?
Actually, people have kind of done that kind of shit already.
Yeah.
Yep. In the chat, Coach Millhouse said, Julie versus the Rookie Critic, steel cage match, no weapons.
You will not need them.
Someone asked earlier as well, like who for a question for me, and Teresa for who we think would win, if it would be me, Teresa, against the Rookie Critic and proper Jeremy, and I think it was like a martial arts fight or something. Who would win?
Well, I have no coordination. If you've seen my skit, I just kind of punch willy nilly. I mean, I'd probably have some strength behind it, but I'd probably tire out quickly. So if y'all could dodge, I'd be out of breath, and yeah, I'd be doomed.
Just kick him. It's done.
If I was allowed to use my cello, I could beat him up, I guess. Use it like a baseball bat, but beyond that, I'm not much of a fighter.
I couldn't do martial arts. I would love to, but I've 2 buggered hips, so I'm not going to be able to do any kicks and stuff like that. So I think you would win.
I've had I had karate lessons when I was 9.
Watching The Karate Kid doesn't count as lessons.
No, I actually did. No, I did take.
It's a life lesson.
No, I actually did, and I guess around that time, I guess that's why I remember the day Pat Morita passed away very vividly, because I liked the films, and I was just like, oh, it's really sad.
Yeah.
And I rewatched the movies, and I just loved them.
We just passed one scene though that was very prominent in this season of Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, the
Miyagi-Do karate rules.
First rule number 1, only.
Rule number 2,
defense only. Yeah.
Yes, defense only. Right.
Rule number 2. Yes, to learn the rule number 1.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, of course, the little drum thing, the secret of Miyagi.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, karate.
Yep. Yeah, right, Kitty in the chat. Past 200 subs. Congrats. She's doing a special with that. She's doing top 10 movies ever, and she did it on iMovie, and it's a living hell.
I guess Okinawans have the longest life expectancy of anybody on Earth.
Oh, really?
80% of their diet consists of plants.
Hmm.
Sorry, I got this Blu-ray pop-up trivia on the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they had those types of things.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
on
they
this.
do.
Kind of silly because it's mostly just about like weird stuff now. I haven't pulled much from it yet.
Huh.
That was like interesting.
Yeah.
I like the setting here too. Are they filming on an island somewhere? Like, where are they filming here?
Hawaii.
Oh, they did in Hawaii? Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff that they wanted to film wasn't really there anymore over in Japan.
Or China. Yeah. Or was it in Japan? Yeah, Okinawa was in Japan. That's right.
Well, it's a
I
good
like this
setting.
background they're talking about here, you know, with the war and
He's so stupid.
Who's the nephew in? Is he? He's got to be a popular actor. I swear I've seen him in things before.
Let me check.
He looks so familiar. Like,
Probably
he in Rush Hour or something? Like anything?
No,
I don't know.
he was born to be a villain. He has that look, that I'm a villain look.
Yuji Okamoto. He's been in. Let's see.
Yeah, you know what? I think he has been in a couple of other things, not like a major role, but like I'm now seeing his face in something else that I've seen, like some sort of martial arts movie or something, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't think of what. You've got me thinking now, Geoff. I'm really thinking about this. Wrecking my brain. Hurry up, proper Jeremy. Tell us the answer.
He was in Pearl Harbor.
Wait a minute. I think I
was he in X-Men Origins Wolverine as the Asian guy that can shoot everybody?
Okay. He was in The Truman Show, Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh yeah, he was one of the. Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was reading it backwards because they had the most recent first. Wikipedia.
IMDb.
Yeah.
IMDb. He was in Real Genius. Better Off Dead. He's one of the guys in the car, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Max Steel.
I'd always want to race him.
Yeah. Oh, another movie called
On the Father Makes Them Hold Hands.
Yeah, have peace in his last
words.
moments.
Does he say any words here? I don't think he does.
I think his actions are supposed to be the words. And then he croaks.
Anymore, yeah. Because I think that's what he said in the beginning, is that he cannot speak. He's too weak or something like that.
Well, I'm kind of glad because, in something else they'd go, you two must... They do some type of last word thing. Sometimes I think no words is better.
But done in quite a bit of stuff in small parts, but parts.
I love the
3
music
days
that
you
they
prepare
use.
to join him. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're okay.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, and these quiet scenes, they do work. It's just if they're overdone, if that's like the whole thing. I'm just thinking about some of the things with Game of Thrones. It would sometimes be okay. Sometimes we want to hear them talk, but this is a good example of using it to good effect.
Yeah, show and tell, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think there's a difference between not talking and emoting, because there's some scenes and some things where there's no dialogue going on, but nothing's happening either.
Yeah.
Or where there's no dialogue going on, but you can tell a lot of things are happening with the characters.
Right? Yeah, precisely, yeah.
It's for here for a while before there's any dialogue.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Till Daniel and Miyagi have their little scene here coming up, yeah.
Wow. Beautiful that.
This is called Toru Nugashi, I guess. A Japanese tradition of floating lanterns down a river.
Oh. Well, there we are.
Coming in handy, I guess.
Yeah. So he's got 3 days to prepare to die.
The Blu-ray tip of the day.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese Buddhist tradition honoring the dead.
Oh, look at baby Miyagi.
Oh,
I even like the music in it. Like, could you imagine them remaking these movies now? They would have like dubstep or something stupid like over the top of it, and just be like, "Yeah, it doesn't suit the movie." Like, what are you doing?
Or just regular stock music that I could find and use, and it's like, oh, really, guys, you can't do anything more clever or fit the tone or anything.
I haven't heard very many memorable scores in recent years.
No.
At all.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the great composers, like from this era, are dead. You know, they're after dying. And Bill Conti's not been working for years.
Sad,
And John Williams is retiring.
Yeah. And there's no one to really replace them.
No. And I hate it when people are like, oh, the new Man of Steel theme is so much better than John Williams' Superman theme. I'm like,
What?
how can you compare just a bunch of drums and a low hum to what John Williams pulled off in that score? As they're not even on the same planet. I don't get it.
You know, some people said that a lot of his scores sound the same. You know what I've tried to do? I've tried to take different scores that he's done and put them over different movies. Like tried to put the Superman theme on the opening crawl of Star Wars. Didn't work.
No.
Did not work. It doesn't have the oomph from the beginning.
He writes his themes like pop songs. All of his themes are like, 5 to 7 note little themes, and he just keeps reusing them in different ways throughout the movies. But they're always unique enough to where they're different. Where, like you said, even though you can tell a John Williams score or a Danny Elfman score when you hear it, they're generally different. Danny Elfman, on the other hand, sometimes his stuff gets too coupled, but
Danny Elfman's amazing.
Yeah, and John Williams has a signature in his scores. When I play the music, like in an orchestra, there are certain patterns that he does with, his accidentals and his chord structure. But that's just part of what is part of his style that you recognize.
Yeah, he's very much writes his music like pop songs, like they have very melodic, bridges and choruses almost in them, even though there's no mute words, but they're still kind of, you can hum the Superman theme from beginning to end because it's got parts to it. It's not just a random bunch of music together like a lot of these scores are nowadays. It's like I couldn't tell you what scene is what with some of these new scores, but if I were to listen to the Karate Kid 2 score, I can tell you what scene is being scored.
Exactly.
And I have the soundtracks. I see the scenes in my head when the music's playing.
Yeah. Well, and the way that it's crafted, what John Williams does, it's ingenious, like the way he structures and the chords and the dissonance. He does a lot of really cool stuff with that. I think probably the only comparable one that I can think of is, the Game of Thrones score actually was really good.
Yeah, and I'd say
It really was.
Well, the Avengers score is a little bit more memorable. At least you can hum that to a point,
Yeah.
But it's not the same though. It doesn't have that same je ne sais quoi.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Je ne sais quoi. That was.
Sorry.
No, it was just funny. I haven't heard that in a while.
No, but it's true. It's true. I can't think of any more recent scores that are really, really, really memorable outside of maybe some of the.
No, you're right.
But yeah, kind of still.
I mean, if you watch Rocky, right, and then you watch a movie nowadays, and you just hear like the likes of Rihanna on it, like you can't compare it. Whether people like that type of music or not, they're off their head if they actually think Rihanna's better than listening to the music score in Rocky.
Exactly.
Because the Creed movies, as much as I love them, they're full of this hip hop score instead of traditional kind of score in a lot of places, and it's like, I wish they would have got Bill Conti to come in here and handle this because it really could have used. It would have took it to that next level. Because I even like Creed 2 better than I did the first one. So.
Yeah. No, all the Rocky movies are my favorite.
Yeah.
And I love how those movies have carried on that tradition. That's another great example. And it's weird because they come from the same thread, almost being, because Elvis directed both the first Rocky movie and the Karate Kid films.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah. A lot of the same creative team.
Yeah.
I don't really get what they're doing right here.
This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. I don't know why. I just love this part.
The drum technique, but he fucks it up. Yeah.
The what technique?
Yeah.
The drum technique, which is what saves his ass at the end.
Yeah.
The drum's supposed to teach him.
Oh. I mean, I got that, but I don't like this in general. This crane with the knife, like, what?
It's explained as a technique to where it's both defense and offense at the same time.
No, not the technique. Like, what is the thing that with the knife?
Oh, that's how they.
I don't get what that is.
That's how they hook up nets, I believe.
So I'm just like, it just hits the sign and with the knife, and then it puts a pad over it. I'm like, what is the point of that? What is the purpose?
It'll catch. I believe it catches the nets, and then it hangs the nets up on the thing so they can disconnect them from the boats. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Somebody else knows in the chat. Go ahead and let us know. But that's what I always thought.
Okay.
He's such a good villain. Him, he's such a wee bugger. You just love to punch him in the face, wouldn't you? Like.
Yep.
I hope I'm not a bit too far on, Emma.
Just a few seconds, I think, like 10 seconds. So we're at where he's Miyagi's like something about stupid. Yep, yeah, something.
Miyagi father said same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, is there a Counter-Strike? Or it's like, ask the drum.
Yeah, and that's the whole secret is that it is a counter and a strike at the same time. Yeah.
He's picking up vegetables.
And I believe it's telling me right now from the Blu-ray thing that this is actually a Okinawan technique. So this one is a real karate, unlike the crane kick.
It could, because
that would never work.
I can see this making a little more sense than the crane kick.
Well, and I explained again and I'll keep it brief here too. It was like the crane technique was supposed to be a move you can do with just on one foot, and
right.
At one point you're not supposed to have a foot on the ground. Well, Machio could not physically do it, so
right.
They had to kind of settle for what it became, and now it's, of course,
yeah,
it's a whole.
Are you watching it on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was going to ask. I have the Karate Kid movies on normal DVD, but the way it's such an old movie, like, does it really make much difference on Blu-ray, or is there just not just pretty much the same?
Oh, yeah, anything that's filmed on film will make a difference on Blu-ray for sure.
Right. Because there was a couple of movies, like Steve Martin movies, that I had bought my boyfriend one year, and it kind of really couldn't really notice the difference, if that makes sense.
Sometimes
from Blu-ray to normal DVD.
Television is set up, but you're always going to notice a little bit of a difference. If not,
yeah,
people, it just ain't going to matter.
I think it's supposed to be more pixels or something.
Perfect.
Better. It's a closer representation of what the movie's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
The other downside is a lot of older DVDs sometimes are mastered on video and not on.
Yep. Here's the conflict. He broke that thing in half. This is why he hates him.
Oh.
Look at that face. He's like, "Oh, you broke the thing in half. I hate you."
That's because he destroyed his honor. Honor is very important.
But what about his honor was here that was destroyed? It's like
there was no honor.
You're lifting a scale, and then he broke a thing in half. And
he revealed that he was cheating them.
Yeah.
How is he cheating them?
With the weights, because they weigh it. Their groceries, kind of like what you do at a grocery store. When you're getting the bananas, it's like if the scale was.
I gotcha.
Yeah, there was even
he's overcharging everybody that was coming in to pay for him. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And he's been doing that those are poor people.
Okay, so it's like you broke my business, you fool! I'm gonna get you.
There is kind of a little bit more motivation than we kind of let now, because that's kind of what happens. Is Daniel and Miyagi show up and disrupt Sato and his little.
Everything's going perfect for their things, and then these two guys show up from America and just are totally controlling everything, and everybody loves them, and it's like, oh, fuck these guys.
Because they've been raping the people for years, and that's the whole kind of thing they uncover, and it's kind of the whole arc there. But
okay,
yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's why I like the Cobra Kai villains a little bit better.
See, I really do want to see Cobra Kai and Game of Thrones now. I want to see both of these shows now because of the controversy with Game of Thrones. It piqued my interest, and then Cobra Kai because both of these two films were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Cobra Kai doesn't go the way of Game of Thrones.
No,
Yeah,
the exact
They'll
opposite.
have it be Daniel is the evil mastermind all along, and has, I don't know, I can't think of anything, so I don't know enough about Cobra Kai to guess anything.
well, I was gonna say they do kind of flip the tables a little bit, but it's not exactly what you think.
Right.
They,
Oh, and that's
they add a lot more complexity to what's really behind the dynamics.
Yes. Something that people were thinking a long time ago, but I'm just glad that they went through with it. Like,
Yes.
Very much from not just Daniel's point of view. They do take an equal, if not more, approach from Johnny's point of view, actually.
I'd argue he's the main character, and I think Zabka should have gotten top billing, but whatever. Yeah.
What's this girl's name again?
Kumiko.
Kumiko?
Kumiko. No.
Yukio is the older one, I believe, yeah.
Okay.
I thought there was Yuki and Yumiko.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, let me double check here, but I'm pretty sure.
She's showing off the dancing here.
Yeah, see, I think I liked the other character in the other one for love interest, but this one does okay too, but more like on a cultured base, as not as much.
Yuki.
Yeah. Like she's not looking for something, but just happens to be around and kind of clicking.
Yeah.
Well, and the island is not very fucking big either, or whatever.
That's a good point too.
Yeah. Well, it shows the connection between dancing and karate. They're very similar. There's fluidity and there's purpose.
In Okinawa. Sorry.
I like how he's using the wrong arms. It's like he wasn't there for rehearsal.
Yeah, he's like, okay, there we are. Nope. Okay, cool. He's like, okay, this cute Asian chick's talking to me. Yeah, let's learn some dancing.
What's sad is it was probably harder for him to act like he didn't know how to do it than it was for him to act like he did.
That's probably a good point.
And that's probably how he learned a lot of stuff. I'm sure he's trained himself, and then he's got to untrain himself for shit like that.
Oh, here he comes.
So he's mad because he broke the business, so he breaks the toy.
Yeah. Baby rattle.
He's kicked him in the crotch. Oh shit! I thought you kicked him in the stomach. No, that was a low shot.
Yep.
You disrespect me, I will kill you.
Oh man. Yeah, the stakes are definitely much higher than a high school rivalry here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like it just makes like when Johnny's all mad at Daniel, like even more stupid. As to where like this guy is just like really wants to kill him, and it's like okay, the want to fight is way stronger with this guy for some reason.
Well, we also have
even though I feel like Johnny has more reason to be angry at Daniel, but yeah,
this guy has more of a reason to be angry at Miyagi in a sense that he's probably been. You got to remember that he's been trained by Sato. And Sato's probably instilled in him this hatred for Miyagi since day one.
So and anybody associated with him.
Yeah, so he's just seeing him as his rival since he's the other student. Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of what it is to a point. But.
And yeah, Julie, I'm at the part where he and the girl are walking away after getting kicked.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm at the same.
They just passed the blue car. They just passed the blue car in the back. He's like, oh, yep, I'm all right. I'm good.
I ain't gonna have no kids.
Nope.
I think he was hit in the stomach.
They were adopted.
You're looking at me.
Oh.
Even where he was hit in the stomach, where he's holding himself there, he's like, I'm gonna be pissing blood in the morning. Ooh, now we get the little romantic scene.
Yeah, they're falling in love again.
And this movie has a great soundtrack too, like the first film. Not as many memorable songs, but you get the Peter Cetera one. So
I like how these ones aren't the classic, ones that I've heard a bunch now. Currently, I forget which one did they use.
I like how they use the score a lot more in this film. Like, there's none of that silly pop stuff.
Not as Most of the music is incidental in this movie, except for the Glory of Love, which is
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It suits the setting more, because they don't have the whole high school thing going on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because like most of the music otherwise is just in the club or the bar or whatever they're in later on and dance.
The Senate has arrived. He says, I haven't even watched Karate Kid 1 or 2. Is there a reboot of this? He says.
Basically, the reboot takes a lot more from this, it seems like sometimes, with the whole fact that they set it in
different location and
all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Never
That's a good
keep
point.
lady waiting.
Nope.
Never keep a lady waiting.
Wait a second. Was there something a little more intense that happened the night before? You said
he's all chirped.
Yeah.
Good observation.
You can't tell that Miyagi got some. He's totally got some.
They're both smiling and happy, and he's like, "Go away."
Here's
She's
your
like,
song, Teresa.
This shit.
Oh yeah. I
love this song.
Gosh.
Really?
I am man. It's like,
Now-
I'll
now
fight for your honor, Peter Cetera.
Imagine them replacing this with "I am a woman."
Oh.
The
No.
woman trailer. Yep.
I am a lesbian. That's what they should have been singing. I'm a lesbot in the background.
Oh, if only.
Yeah,
A cool setting here.
it's gorgeous.
Abundant.
I'm surprised people didn't take this as, oh, of course, the American guy comes over there and wrecks stuff and blah, blah, or something. It's like, no, he's actually just kind of there for the ride.
Appropriate their culture.
What?
Cultural appropriation.
He's learning their stuff and doing it better.
Actually,
I just heard.
too.
I heard somebody shouting something. I didn't know who it was.
They said cultural appropriation.
Oh right.
Yeah, they would have been complaining about it. Like
Like they did in the series.
I just didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
And that's right afterwards. I'm like, yeah, and then they did it in the series. They talk about it. Yeah.
Daniel the racist. that was one of the best lines in the whole season 2.
Put a hash brown on. Send it to the internet.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, y'all's gotta watch Cobra Kai. It's the best ever.
I'm getting
I know
there.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I still need to watch the I think I'm on season 5 of Gotham and I haven't even watched it. Yeah, I'm so behind on things.
But there's a couple lines already that I've appropriated into my daily life, and hash brown is one of them, and send it to the internet is another. Hash brown Cobra Kai and send it to the internet.
Hash brown. Oh gosh.
I think I fell out of my chair and then he's like, I don't want to give too much away, but then the next best part is like, I want it to pop at the end with the Cobra Kai symbol, make it chrome. Put Thunderstruck in the background. I don't know if we can pay for the rights to that song. It's a little more expensive. I already got it in the car.
I wish that's how it worked.
Yes.
I just bought it for $10. There you go. Like the whole album. It's your.
I got tape in the car. That's how he says it.
I love how he says tape.
Yeah.
He hasn't moved on from cassettes.
Yeah, I think this is
Oh,
the
that's
ambush.
BD Wong. That's
Oh.
BD Wong from Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the, guy,
the
the
guy-
scientist guy with the eggs. Yeah,
Yeah, see, God, I know he's been in stuff. I gotta check if he's in something else too that you guys haven't seen. I'll have to see.
BD Wong.
He's a Tony Award-winning actor too, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a drama guy.
Popular. That's why I'm like, he seems like he's in a lot of things, but what the hell is he in?
It's kind of like those guys who are in every single movie, but nobody knows their name.
Yeah, exactly. That one guy, you know?
Yeah.
Usually.
You remember?
Is this? I do not remember this part at all.
This is where they go into the bad bar or something and make a little bet.
Then Miyagi has to save his ass.
Well, he just kind of makes the bet.
Yeah, he gets himself into some shit.
He has to hit through the ice.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yep.
Ow.
Yep. And again, what we were talking about here is one of the songs from the soundtrack, and it's incidental. It's not,
Yeah.
like Cruel Summer was, even though that wasn't on the soundtrack, believe it or not.
Oh.
Bunch of GIs.
Yes, yes. Like, this is what American soldiers do on their spare time. Oh, that just hurts watching it.
And speaking of background people that we didn't notice or I forgot to point out in the first Karate Kid, the guy who plays Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds is one of the guys fighting in the tournament, and we totally missed it.
Oh.
I hate to say it this way, but he's the only black guy, so it's not like he's hard to miss in that scene. But I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly.
Actually, that's very true. You have to use your hips.
Yeah.
It's all in the hips. It's all in
the hips. Yep. Where's that from?
Get off me, Happy Gilmore.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Hey, it's all right, baby. It's all good.
Broken ice or broken neck.
I understand why he's so mad here and really wanted him to do the ice. I didn't understand his motivation for wanting him to break the ice or
He
try.
wants to see him fail. He wants to make him look like a fool, so his honor is hurt. See, this is all about honor here. That's why it's like a big deal to this guy. Because to Daniel, it doesn't make as much sense to him because
he's just like, I could do this. It's like whatever. It doesn't mean anything.
This guy just wants him to fall flat on his ass.
Oh.
Is that the movie or are people arguing?
I don't know. Yeah, who's got any background?
Mom, on the YouTubes!
Get up in there.
Go fight outside! Go! Dad, shut the fuck up! Sorry, I just turned this into a PG-13 rated thing.
It's all good.
What are you gonna do? Pray?
Now, if this was 86, though, I could get away with at least one F word probably for a PG.
All right, it started buffering. Did he break the ice yet?
No. He's about to get ready into the breathing position.
Oh, great. What are you gonna do?
Okay. Oh, see Sato.
Oh, the other dude's there too.
Yeah.
Must be a very
Moody Blues song.
small town.
It is.
Yeah, Sato owns most of the land. That's the whole thing.
Mm.
This is so intense.
Like, come on, dude, do it.
Bam!
Woo!
That was so cool. I love that.
Back to this in Cobra Kai as well.
Yep.
Yeah. We do not honor bet with coward. Do not embarrass uncle again.
It's like,
It's awesome.
thank you for money.
You know what? I would really love the showrunners of Cobra Kai to make this dude into a three-dimensional character. I'd love them to try.
I hate that you say that so much because it bothers me, but you have some points. I'm not going to argue that.
No, because no, I really would, because they're so good at doing that I think they could pull it off.
Prime example of what Johnny could have been if Kreese was worse. Because, like I said, you got to remember, Sato has been feeding his nephew this hatred for Miyagi. This guy he's never even fucking met all these years. Just that's how he's taught him. Is just feeding him this anger and this hatred and this shit. That's his own stuff on his own, his own problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how he's been trained.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So to me, it was like the same kind of thing that Kreese was doing with Johnny and the other guys, but only worse because it was a straight-on vendetta.
Yeah, and it upping the stakes from the last one because they didn't want to kill him in the last one, in the first one. But...
No, they were just teaching him not to be merciful and strike hard, strike first, that kind of thing. Not so much kill.
Yeah. Well, and the
Yeah.
fact that honor is so much connected with these characters as well in Okinawa.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
misunderstanding that Daniel keeps having, is he keeps dishonoring this guy, even though, and maybe that's the way you kept seeing it, as it through younger eyes too, as you didn't understand
Yeah.
what the honor means to this guy and this culture. Period.
I just think it could have been. I don't know. I think a lot of that is in the subtext, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would though love to see him in Cobra Kai, like, 30 years later, like what's he been doing?
He's still angry or moved on. Who knows?
Exactly.
It could be something that Daniel could use as a learning thing for Johnny.
I like how Sato is trying to break the
Mhm.
beam after seeing Daniel break the ice.
Yeah.
Maybe they could play it like Sato went and like drank himself to death or something. Even you don't even necessarily have to bring the character back.
Right.
But Daniel just tell the story to Johnny to go, look, you could go down this path like this guy did.
Yeah. Now, right here, is this like Sato is like kind of angry that Daniel is able to break the ice and he's not able to break the beams?
Nah, he just does this, I think, to try and like to focus because he's pissed. But
Well, I know that's what I'm saying, that he was able to, that like Daniel was able to learn focus to break something and Sato hasn't.
well, this piece
something.
of wood is something they've had since a kid. That's what he's talking about here. Is this the same piece of wood we found on the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like signifying that he's been trying to break this piece of wood.
Right, I get that, but I mean, this is like right after the ice thing, though. So
Yeah, kind of like the next day or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same day? I can't remember. He gives him however many days to mourn. I can't remember now.
3.
3.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
3.
It kind of goes to what Miyagi was saying earlier in the movie, where he was warning Daniel about doing things only with passion, because that can lead to things. And this dude is obviously going through, his anger.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Sato is taught, chosen his whole life karate through passion instead of karate through, the right way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, precisely.
You know what I thought for a split second at the very last shot? I thought Miyagi was just going to break that piece of wood.
Adam probably filmed it, and at the last minute they're like, "No, we can't do that."
That would have been too much on Sato, too much reason for him to hate Miyagi.
Also,
they do have to kind of call back later when he breaks the beat. But yeah,
Right. They do that better later, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
I also think that it would have been like, Mr. Miyagi is not like a god or anything. He's still human. He's not superhuman or anything.
well, I think it'd be too much showing off. And Miyagi's not a show off.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing we pointed out in the first movie. We get over halfway through the movie, and Daniel's known, Mr. Miyagi for like 3-4 months now, and he still doesn't know that he knows karate at that point in the movie when he saves his ass at the dance.
Right.
Realizes Miyagi knows karate, and it's like, holy shit, Same thing for the audience the first time in a way. I mean, even though we knew what we were getting into when we saw the movie, but it was like,
Especially if they show you the trailers.
to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then we just didn't care, I guess. I don't know.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know, but no, it's not a bunch of horse shit. You watch the trailers for most movies from this area, they pretty much give away the whole movie.
Watch them show the crane kick in the trailer.
The whole world when this and this happened and that happened. It didn't come in until the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in a world.
The trailers, I imagine, were just like, hey, a movie's coming out. Go see it in the theater. Cool.
It literally would just pop on scenes from the movie most of the time. It was very rarely set up to like entice you to go see the movie. Not until like the late 80s did they start kind of doing like the choppy MTV style trailers.
Yeah. Well, I remember Return of the Jedi. That gave away a lot in the trailer.
Yeah. And again, that's another one was just a bunch of jumbled scenes most of the time, usually.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have voiceovers once in a while. Don't get me wrong. They weren't like that. They were usually like the Star Wars ones, for instance. I think they had like, "Come back to the world that you remember with Chewbacca."
Yeah.
R2D2.
That's funny.
Are you arranged? He's trying to figure out.
You single? No? Okay.
Well, he was reading the Okinawan book, and I'm sure they had talked about arranged marriages and shit.
Yeah.
I think she says that's an old custom.
Oh, he's making his move.
But his honor is still dishonored, so he's got to make honor by stealing honor.
Exactly. What do you want, my mom?
Yeah, I do like how in this one, Daniel is keen to not wanting to fight more than he was in the other one, where he kind of wants to fight.
He's more mature, yes. Yeah, that's the part, is it's not taking him back. You know, and that's a lot of the movies at this time. If this was a typical sequel, it would have made him like, oh, you know, he learned all this stuff in the first movie, but then it didn't matter. Now he's just going to still be the same old little creepy. He's got to learn it all over again. That's
right. Like I like this. Like he's seeing her right there, and like, don't worry, we'll take care of her. And he's like, yeah, well, you know, no thanks.
Oh, he's gonna go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like what he did earlier.
Like at least it's a good thing that they didn't have her like already like be like his girlfriend.
Right. He's
another thing that would have made it too much like the first movie, and they would have done in almost any other sequel this time.
Yeah.
Right. Like in this time, he really wasn't trying to pick a fight with them.
No.
He's just really trying to avoid everybody and to
I've
avoid
said it a couple times. Whatever your uncle has to do with Miyagi has nothing to do with me. I think he said that at least twice now.
Yeah. Well, even with the ice thing, he was like, I don't need any conflict here. We're done. We're done.
I love how he's still clearly in pain, even though he's running.
It's a good detail too. Yeah.
Ding.
He's just like, oh.
It made me think of Back to the Future though, when he punches him.
Yeah.
Oh, at the end.
It made me think of Back to the Future 2 or something, where he, fights the guys real quick, or I forget which one. I haven't seen those in a long time. So I need to see those.
They had to add things to Marty's character in the sequels just to give him an arc.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, with the chicken.
Yeah,
but it feels like it fits in for some reason.
To a point.
It's his honor. Tell him his honor.
They would have just had like something in the first movie, make it like to where he was like, you know, don't call me chicken, or you know, somebody challenged him or something. But I don't know. It does fit his character, but.
What if Cobra Kai season 4 is that he has to go back in time?
No,
no,
stop right now.
Or aliens come to Earth and he's got to challenge them one-on-one too.
This isn't Doctor Who. No.
The Martians have a beef with his old, people or something, and then so he's got to,
his greatest foe yet.
Yes.
Where's Miyagi? I don't know. But obviously, now I figured out he's finally off with that lady.
Ralph.
Oh, yeah, huh? That's a good point. I was really thinking about that. Just like, he's just not home right now.
Yeah. Things you don't catch when you're a kid, I guess.
Well, I mean, I just watched this a little bit ago, so I didn't process.
Oh.
So I'm like, that's why he's not there. Okay.
Yeah, as a little tween when I saw this in the theaters.
This guy is just so happy to destroy this stuff.
And here you go, getting to see Miyagi kick some ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I loved this scene. Yeah, this is another one of those scenes where everyone was like cheering him on and stuff. It was so awesome. I mean, not cheering on the bad guy, but like.
I'm not worried the spear in the picture. I'm like, cheering him on, sure.
Yeah, well, no, we weren't a bunch of psychopaths.
People talk about that shit all the time now, like, so and so they got so excited in this scene in the movie theaters. It's like, oh man, I remember when people really got into movies.
Yeah,
like there are people who yell at the screen and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I see that at like the Marvel movies now, but that's about it. That's all I've noticed. Not even at Star Wars movies anymore.
See, the twist would be Wolverine comes out because he doesn't age.
Yeah, no, the original Star Wars, like the first time you saw him in the theater, it was a interactive experience for sure.
Throwing plants. Am I behind or something?
No, they're kicking plants.
Okay, cool.
I got ahead of myself. They're still pulling plants up.
I think I might be ahead a bit.
Yeah, I think you're still a good 10 seconds ahead. Because I'm at where he's still choking him out. He's like, it's because of him that you suffer.
Yeah. No honor.
Yeah.
BD Wong, one of his little lackeys, is that?
No. He was just he was the guy at the begin, who's talking to them about the dance or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I missed it. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when I
now-
said, "Oh my
Period.
gosh, it's
I'm at-
BB Wong."
I'm at where he just walked in now.
Yep.
Miyagi.
trying to place him. I haven't seen him.
Yeah. Miyagi's after showing up.
Now he's here.
Oh, Miyagi looks kind of ticked off there.
You
I must
fucked
be way ahead.
up. Now I'm gonna fuck
Do
you
you
up.
want to pause it, Julie?
Yeah,
I
here
don't know
it is.
where.
'Cause he just knocked the first henchman out. Is where we're at. Just kicked the other dude in the face and knocked him down.
So you're even a little ahead of me. Miyagi just got him in the balls.
I'll pause where Miyagi gets Daniel up off the ground and they walk away, and if you can let me know when you get to that bit.
Yeah.
Okay, not quite there yet. And he's still beating up the guys right now.
Yeah. I love the
I
way
even
Miyagi
thought-
uses his stick there and just shoves it down. And
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
he's like you have a spear, a sharp weapon. I'll just block it. You know,
uh-huh.
me no need weapon.
And he just breaks it in half. I love him.
I don't get how he still calls him a coward though. It's like, yeah, you know, you just kind of beat all your asses and
Kill him. That's,
okay. So now he's comforting, or he just, you know,
he's saying that he didn't kill him. That's why.
yeah. So now he just picked up Danny.
Okay,
No.
I'll press play.
Now,
Now they're walking away.
Miyagi's gonna make quote unquote tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is almost a callback to the first movie. That's a callback to the part where he's like, "What are you gonna do now? Go fishing."
Mhm.
Gonna make you some tea to make you feel better.
Because instead of just like going to get revenge like Danny wants to, he's just like, "Oh, here's
Right. And he says he's making meth.
Gosh, this isn't Breaking Bad.
Maybe this is some more. You can have a Breaking Bad prequel. No.
Oh,
No,
God,
they're
no.
actually making ayahuasca.
What?
Breaking Bad wasn't even that good, so nah.
Ayahuasca,
gosh, I'm
the. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
just after seeing Entertainment Hackers here.
Oh yeah,
I did-
he said he's not listening. He just joined the chat real quick and dropped a like.
Gotcha. Oh, that was nice. Yeah,
Hey, John.
I had my phone off. So
Yep, it's all good.
Sorry, Chad. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I just love this movie so much.
No, I think it's a watch party. We're more obligated to give commentary than respond to chat for the most part. But they're along for the ride though. So hell yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I'm with Tom. I can't take my eyes off this. It's been so long since I've seen this. I forgot. I mean, I knew it was good. I've always loved it, but man, it's
Oh,
good.
it's probably been less than a year since I watched it, but this is.
So
It's
so
been
since
about
we're pretty
10
far. So we're pretty far into it. I'll ask you guys each, what's your favorite? Which one do you prefer, Karate Kid 1 or 2?
Oh,
Like, which do you think which is better, or which do you think is better?
It's like Godfather 1 and 2 to me. Depends
Yeah.
on what day you ask me.
That doesn't help because I haven't seen either of them.
I love the Godfather Part 2 because it has, it takes the movie to the next place. It has Robert De Niro, but the first one has, Marlon Brando, and it's just a great, straightforward story. Same kind of thing with these. The first movie is a great, straightforward story. This movie takes it to the next level in my eyes. So,
yeah. And they're so different, like with their focus.
Exactly.
So, I like them equally.
and that's one of the complaints a lot of people said about Part 3 was that it's just a rip off of the first movie or a reboot of remake of the first movie, same thing all over again. Which in some parts, yes, but in a lot of ways, I think that's a little short-sighted. But
Yeah.
I think the third movie was also a year too late.
You think so?
What year did number 3 come out?
The 89?
Yes.
89, they waited a good because this was 86, and they went into production in this movie right after the first movie came out.
What if they had Uma Thurman play as the chick?
I don't know.
I don't know, just random. I don't know.
Yeah.
After Kill Bill character?
I mean, if who knows? Maybe she got her mind wiped and she had Miyagi as a teacher instead. I don't know. Except for the eyeball move wouldn't really be his forte. But
Jaime is a bit of a different teacher.
yeah, a little bit. He's more of a stereotype type of teacher than Miyagi.
Miyagi teach you with sword.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
destroying the crops.
We got stand up for Star Wars in the chat. He says they're equal to him also.
Yeah, and this is where we find out that Sato owns all the land, so there's nothing anybody can do.
Okay. I was like, is he just randomly like, I'll get a tractor real quick, and then I'll just go.
He owns the land, so he can do this, even though he's technically destroying their property. But it's his property to destroy. So
Yeah.
now he's pissed Miyagi off.
Yeah. No, you will destroy it.
I will fight you.
Yeah. Oh. Look at the emotion.
Mary's joined us in the chat.
Oh, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
I saw her for a second. I'm like, is that a new person? Because she's like, she always comes by, so I'm like, oh, she's always around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're watching Karate Kid Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2. We're at the part where he agrees to fight.
And here's the expectations, even though at the same time it's kind of, what everybody would expect out of the movie, because here we're setting it up to where you think now Miyagi's going to fight Sato.
Right.
Instead of, the whole thing with Daniel.
Yeah.
And again, with the setup for the fight, I mean, in my head, I was kind of expecting it. I was like, okay, how's that going to go? But then I'm thinking, are they actually going to do it, though? Because he's been so hung up on not fighting. I don't really see them fighting. And I like what they do instead. With the storm coming in.
Yeah, that's kind of foreshadowing. Yeah, because what's going to happen with the storm?
Well, it's like real problems take precedent over, old issues.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
I do like the way Miyagi. I mean, we haven't really seen Miyagi that angry and all those emotions he was showing there. I wouldn't want to mess with them.
Well, I like here too how Daniel's trying to help out with the things. It doesn't look like he was told to. He's just kind of. He's used to doing work now, I feel like, because of Miyagi. He has all these skills now. He could be a good contractor, something, landscaper. He could build a house in a day, thanks to Miyagi.
Yeah.
The houses, I want you, man.
Yeah, this has to do with the village survival. So I'm wondering if they did kill each other, wouldn't they all go to prison?
No, because they agreed to fight.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that duels to the death were still legal.
It's probably legal. Yeah, I mean, imagine. I mean, you can almost technically. I mean, it's almost like setting up a boxing match. You kind of sign waivers off saying if you get killed in the middle of a boxing match, nothing.
Yeah.
Well, and they have plenty of witnesses too to the agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be one of the things that maybe technically isn't on the books as being endorsed, but looking the other way, maybe. Yeah.
See, I thought that Daniel was going to go confront Sato and try to see what's up with him, but I'm kind of glad that he didn't.
Yeah, just passes on. Wonder if Sato's trying to get his soul in order.
He's probably thinking about the dead father, his master. Also, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, what was the question? I missed that part.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, we're still seeing the wind. The storm's coming.
And he just sees her staring at a ball, so he's like, "What are you doing?"
Exactly. Yeah.
What's with the ball? Yeah.
Like, are you hypnotized? You hypnotized? No.
Focus.
Very sleepy. She looks very serene.
Indeed.
It's like, we're all going to fight to the death. I'm happy.
Shit. He's going to get laid.
Is this where he goes, we may not last the night.
I don't want to die a virgin.
It's like, so
what was that?
I was gonna say, so this is what Mr. Miyagi was up to.
That's what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, congratulations, Proper. You said you reached 600?
Yep.
Oh, and I reached 800. You reached 600. Mary did 900. Hell yeah.
She's about to hit 1,000 like tomorrow.
Yeah, probably. And Julie, you're past 6,000 now.
I think it's 6,800 and something. I'd have to check.
Nice.
6,841 at the minute.
You're almost at 7,000. Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Tom, you better watch out, man. We're catching up on you.
Well, we've been stagnant for a while. That's not hard to do. At least on After Dark, anyway.
Right.
See, I'm thinking, what's she cooking up here? She's Breaking Bad. My gosh.
Yeah, seriously.
Mhm.
She's like got it all down too,
Yeah.
real quick. And he's just like, yep.
And look at his smile. So.
You know, I feel like this is more like an emotional connection he has with this one, as to where the other one was like, yeah, she's the new chick in town that talked to him first.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. That's where these two weren't really looking for anything, but this kind of happened.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more. It seems a little bit more organic.
A little bit, like more on a cultural-ish base, I'd say, because I don't even know how much dialogue they really have together. They're just kind of doing stuff together.
It's like it's more show don't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it was a more shallow situation, you know, it was kind of like a high school kind of a thing. And this is, you know, bringing it to the next level. You know, he's getting more mature and having a more mature relationship.
Now, Mecca's in the chat. Let's hope she doesn't bring her crop.
Hi, Mecca.
Yeah, she told me
Hello.
she'd show up.
Yeah, we're at the part where they're about to smack down.
Sorry, I sneeze. That's why I had to mute. Hi, Mecca.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, they finally get to kiss this time.
Yep.
No honking horn interrupting them.
Go get some booty.
Oh, wait. Oh, the thunder. Oops.
Wait, so the curse is every time he kisses a girl, a storm shows up.
Yeah.
Curse.
It happens.
That sounds like it.
Did that happen in the first movie?
I don't know, but it'd just be kind of funny if every time he kisses a girl, something bad happens right after.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh.
Well, why do they send a little girl to bang the bell?
Yeah, she could like.
She looks like she's like 10, 12, 13, and
Yeah.
she's
And then
somewhere
it's-
on the bell tower during the storm.
Yeah, like at the highest point, come get the little girl, Lightning. I mean, really.
Like I'd think that one of the dojo guys would have been a better choice.
You got to pay the bills somehow.
I mean, child labor. I mean, you're probably right.
About that's an
Yeah.
honorable job for a girl her age. She's been doing that job for years now.
Yeah. What are you saying? Women can't do that?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying little girls shouldn't
What do you
do that.
Yeah.
Cell phones like the rest of them, or at least at this time, probably tennis shoes. Come on. Working in a sweatshop
It's like,
somewhere.
what do you mean? What do you mean, rookie?
That's
Saying
a job.
little girls or little boys probably shouldn't be the ones that climb to the high bell tower during a huge storm
Like I
to
just said,
warn
that's
everyone.
a better job than working in a sweatshop. That's a great job for her. She
She almost dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the benefits.
They're like, are there people out there? Oh shit.
The
Okay.
benefits.
Come.
instead of working in a sweatshop, hey, you got to face possibility of getting struck by lightning.
You
Once
get,
in a while.
you get free heat. You get free sweaters. You get
I'm not sure if you understand the concept of what a sweatshop is, rookie. but
okay. Well,
Uh,
we're focusing on the movie here, and
yes.
I was just kind of-
I sorry, derailed a little bit.
Well, they're trying to get this little girl killed.
well, all this, all the people are trying to get inside, and
And they're like, oh, should we worry about that little girl on top of the tower? Nah.
No, not important.
not yet. Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
but
not yet.
I also like how the guy comes out. He's like, he's dead. He's gone. Whatever. And then they're like, no, let's, yeah, just leaves him there. Dishonor. I like how much rain they're able to get here. How much wetness. Like
probably real.
I can't imagine them faking this. It seems like it's right there.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fake, but
But I mean, I'm trying to see like on a film perspective, how do you set up this much wetness to sprinkle down here? Like
all those sprinklers.
Yeah, and they have like little wind
See,
machines.
they're not indoors, so it
They
seems like that'd be a really, really intense setup, especially for that.
Imagine basically the same kind of setup they'd have for like watering crops.
Yeah,
right.
They just put it up a little higher and with the wind from the fans. Yeah.
like you think this is the only way you can win? Haha. No.
And then bam, he cuts it in half.
I like how he kind of looks like that hurt him. He's like, "Oh shit, that hurt."
Yeah.
Okay. His body like shakes a little. He's like, "Okay." Yep.
He's like, I'm too old for this. Blank, 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 blank. Oh,
I'm dead.
how nice. He saved his life.
Yeah.
To you, I am dead.
Oh, and then they notice the little girl up on the thing.
She's like, "I've been screaming for this whole time."
Exactly.
We gotta give Daniel something to do.
Save the kids
Yeah.
in the shop, but not me. God damn it! The thing just starts to fall apart as he climbs it.
Yeah.
Right.
You also think, why doesn't she just climb down?
I don't know, because she's a little girl and she's scared. It's like a cat in a tree.
Exactly.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah, it's more like she was probably supposed to get down and never did.
It's like there's a funny scene in Dragon Ball Z. There's a movie, and they all the characters can basically fly. They all know how to fly. And this one kid like is getting trained, and he falls in the water. And he's like, "Help! I'm drowning!" And he doesn't know how to swim. And the abridged version where they spoof it, he's like, "Fly up!" He's like, "I can feel the breath. Fly up!" It's kind of funny.
Oh, it is kind of. Oh, here it goes.
She was
Come on,
supposed
grab the girl for crying out loud. Oh,
Yeah.
there's the
Well, it's
electricity.
like I do gotta remember. It's like, yeah. So this is supposed to be more realistic. So it's not like he can just I'll grab you and jump down. It's like no, then that break his leg, and he still has the injury. Maybe if that
He has to worry
weird
about
much weight.
electrocuted now.
Man. Oh gosh, bells. Every time I see bells, I'm get traumatized now. After the bells. Where's Daenerys going to come in with her dragon? Okay. Oh,
Well, she's just screaming. And he's like, okay, choking him. He's like, okay, I guess I'll take you down.
Yeah. I can see like the little actress being screaming for real. It's like they keep dumping water on me.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's probably your only direction is just scream.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea. See, when he trips right here, I thought that was like his leg injury coming back, kind of, but he just probably tripped and fell because it's wet. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it. He's healed by now after 6 months.
Right, but I mean, still, you never know if one little nick
maybe.
could.
Yeah. Look, they're working together.
I had a hard time believing Sato didn't break a couple of ribs in that incident, so this is the only part that I always kind of had a little bit of an issue with.
Yeah.
He had that big old beam on him.
I mean, I liked that he's trying to be all heroic and shit, but yeah, there's no way he didn't break a couple ribs. I'm sorry.
Right. Oh, yeah. After the beam. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Have some internal bleeding.
Yeah.
It's like the look on that guy's face, the student is like, he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
Like, the old man just did what you couldn't, and the kid did what you couldn't. Like, yeah, you're a little bitch.
Yeah.
No, you dead. No, she's dead. No, they're all dead. No.
Yeah.
And just runs off.
It's like, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, the next day.
I like how he like comes back like as if you were an old time villain. You remember me later.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that was a good option, having the storm come in than having the showdown between Miyagi and Sato.
Yeah.
A lesson.
And look, they're gonna help. And now that he's good, he no longer has his sunglasses.
Like, come help.
Yeah.
That's how we know.
Yeah.
Well, this is the 80s, you gotta.
Well, it's symbolism. It's
Symbol.
Yeah. It's an excuse we use for anything.
Yeah. Julie, we're at the part where Sato is bowing to Miyagi, helping out the place.
I
Are you back?
movie as inspiration for when I played Captain Marvel. So at the
beginning, I have the sunglasses, but I don't at the last part. My eyes are open. It's a matter.
I'm at the part where they're all cheering. They're all like clapping. No.
No.
Mine is
I'm always I've paused about 20 times and I'm still ahead.
I don't get we're at where
Maybe there's the possibility this does happen in various areas and other places. Where are you located at?
what?
Like,
Sorry?
you're over in the UK,
Oh.
right?
I yeah, in Ireland, yeah.
Okay, sometimes in other places they speed up the movies a little bit.
Right.
The copies of the movies are shorter. Or something.
Yeah, they're just slightly sped up to fit a certain. And so then, since people in that region are generally used to it that way, they just kept them at that speed. Because like my version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Germany is like 5% faster than our version here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love the
Interesting.
Ninja Turtles.
And now we're at the dancing party.
Oh yes, I'm at that. Yeah, it just came to that like 3 seconds ago.
Okay, so we're like right behind you, so we're good.
They're in the castle.
Sometimes I think it had more to do with over there the PAL setup had more frames per second than they do here in the US.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Speed the movies up to match the frame rate, I believe is what it was. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, let me know, but I believe that's why.
Yeah.
It really annoys me, pal, like, because there's certain DVDs, like, I love that show, The Goldbergs, but, like, sometimes when I'm buying them for my boyfriend, it's hard to get PAL sometimes, and it's like, no, I can't use an American DVD.
Yeah, you'll have to get a region-free player, maybe.
Yeah.
They're about $100, a little bit more, but they're worth it.
And then you can buy any of them on eBay, sort of thing.
Yeah, and then you can import whatever and watch it from whatever region. Yeah, because there's like 4 regions or whatever, 5 you get the most. But most of my stuff comes from over there. That's region 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be a pain in the butt for watch parties with you. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
The only thing I can think of why she keeps getting ahead of us because she's paused.
No, I think that makes sense because
Yeah.
I think that we've been probably at the same points, and then it just plays faster, so she's ahead.
But you're forgetting, I live in the future because, you're behind me, so I live in the future, so everything's faster.
Yeah, you're getting hours ahead of me and 5 hours ahead of them. Yeah.
Higher, further, faster.
Oh my
Higher,
god.
further, faster.
No.
Better.
It hurts. It hurts.
You have to have a little more bitch in the voice to have that work. Higher,
Thank
further, and faster.
Thank you very much.
It's a metaphor.
Eesh.
Oh gosh.
A movie about unicorns.
Have you seen that one, the Unicorn Store? Oh my god.
I don't think my brain has enough room for that. I haven't seen Game of Thrones yet or Cobra Kai. I need to watch stuff like that before I would ever watch Unicorn Store. That's never.
A lot for me.
Other things I need to watch.
Yeah, life's too short.
Yeah.
I tried to like Captain Marvel. I did. And I even watched The Room.
I just couldn't. I'm sorry. Somebody would have to pay me like £200 to watch anything that Brie Larson's in because, like, I just couldn't even go to the cinema to see that Captain Marvel. Like, if someone gave me the money to go to see it, I'd be like, how much are you giving me? Do you know, like, I just couldn't. It's just way too much. And it looked awful anyway, so I knew not to waste my money on it.
If
like trash.
Gonna be, I wouldn't have. I would have avoided it.
Yeah.
I tried to give it a chance though, because I didn't mind her in Kong. I didn't mind her in 21 Jump Street.
I haven't seen that Kong yet.
She's kind of just there.
But I just couldn't because she's in it. Her face.
I reminded so many people she's in the movie. Let's put it this way, because she's just there. Like most people.
Yeah.
In the damn movie.
So
that is her.
Wait, so why did he want to kill her so bad?
He's trying to goat Daniel into fighting him. That's why.
Yeah.
This part's cool.
Apology would not give me back my honor.
Yeah,
Either in this, killing a woman.
Well, it's like I think that this whole movie would have been fine ending without a fight or with the fight, like regardless. I don't know. What do you think?
Set up, yeah. That's the whole thing with Chosen is he's too far gone.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, do you think that the movie would have benefited from not having this fight, or that it's better with the fight, or it doesn't matter?
You could have just ended it without. fight, it probably would have been just as.
It would have felt anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd have been as exciting. I don't think that the storm was enough to supplant a fight, especially in the 80s. You got to have a fight.
Yeah, it's called The Karate Kid. Well, and then we wouldn't have had the little cool drumming kind of little scene where they all have those little drums.
That kind of reminded me of Ferris Bueller's Day Off when they all start singing. Everybody in the town sings. No.
I love how she fights Oh, she just got punched in the face.
That's slightly ahead of me.
I'd say you're ahead of me now too. Yeah, he just threw the bridge in the water.
Yeah.
He's about to throw his own knife away.
I'm further ahead.
That's not a.
Further ahead than me?
Well,
I think she has a version she's got is a little sped up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me know when she
I like if she tries to choke him out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to play around with you either. Okay.
Yeah, and then he decks her. Then, man.
Yeah.
I like
in most movies though, she would have just.
He's trying to do the kick now.
Yeah.
I love how he blocks it because it's like, okay, good. Like, it's not.
That's what I was talking about, Rookie, when you brought that up before. I'm like, yeah, it's because he's facing somebody who's.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's like he doesn't run into his foot this time. He's like, I'm going to catch your leg, throw you around.
Yeah.
That's why.
And even though like I can tell like obviously a lot of the punches aren't landing, but they make it look like it hurts more.
Yeah.
A lot more
without the whoosh sound effects.
Do you know what I like about this? The lack of music.
Yeah.
You know, it's true.
I think when Mortal Kombat, dun, 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 that's what I'm.
Oh, I love that song.
Right, you're right. I just realized until they bring out the drums, there's no music.
Yeah.
That doesn't really count as music. I'd say it's just kind of.
Oh no, it's all.
around.
You see, it's all a part of the score. You have to know when's a good time to put in the dramatic music and when's the time just to let the scene play out.
Or like in Inglourious Bastards or something. Like it's quiet
It's all
that whole
about-
thing until the guys come in to shoot them.
Now we can say that though, a proper Jeremy. Whatever.
Yeah.
You want me to call you?
I call him PJ because if he's proper Jenny or Jeremy, PJ is
Proper is fine.
So PJ is better though. Proper is so simple though.
Because now that you bring that up, I think it's the same thing in the first film that the score doesn't come in until the very last bit of the fight. Between
Yeah.
him and me, it's completely scoreless until you're right.
Danny looks so fatigued here. When he gets up as they start playing the drums, like that, he looks like he got the shit out of him.
Bloody nose. It's probably broken.
Like, you see, if we could have seen Ray like that after a one-on-one with Kylo, I think we'd
Yeah.
for her.
Well, Kylo's the one who looks like a bitch, yet we still have no reason to run why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the whole point. Is that Kylo Ren has to defeat Rey? I don't know. That's the whole point. I don't know. We just didn't see it subverting expectations.
See, it's like when he does these punches, is it just that he's like not doing a normal stance here? It's like he's twisting his hips kind of to punch him.
That's how you fight. That's how you do it.
Both a defensive and offensive punch at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's asking, is there a counter punch? See, he's got his first arm coming through.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Coming at him with, and then the other one's coming in after. Yeah, it's an actual thing. I just read that earlier. So before this one,
And he honks him on the nose.
Yeah. So in Cobra Kai, does he come back as an assassin trying to get Daniel up again? He's like, "Oh, you humiliated me before, twice, 5 times, and then now I'm going to get you." Oh.
I keep coming back.
For me, it's over. It just came up the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a few minutes. He just did a wink at
yeah, it's winking at him.
I am a man.
My thing keeps buffering.
And there we are.
It's done as well. All right.
Oh boy, this was before the remake came out. A remake of the original Karate Kid starring Jaden Smith and will be coming out in 2010.
We will fight for your honor. Returning as the Cobras.
Oh, that is such a freaking song. That I could listen to that all day. That song.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
They're
I
the
better
best.
down before we get a copyright strike. I can hear it from the headphones.
Yep.
Shit.
All right. Well, that was Karate Kid Part 2. Hell yeah.
I love that fucking Sorry.
I will say that was an excellent climax. and it's such a great payoff.
Along so much
Yes.
faster than the first movie too, doesn't it?
The fight, there's a lot more at stake, which is what I do like about it. But I don't know. Maybe if when I rewatch Karate Kid Part 3, I might change my mind.
I really love the third one personally. Like I do. I really do love the third one.
I like that it's controversial because then when I'm watching it, I won't know whether it's really good or really bad.
I'll be really interested in how did you feel about this one compared to the first one now that you've seen it?
They are similar. Like they're like as far as ratings would go, they are very close. I don't know. I feel like there's some character stuff in this one that I appreciate more.
Mhm.
Like I feel like there's a lot more showing than telling here, and the other one has that like high school setting and vibe, which is fine, and they do it well. But I'm so used to that, and like the type of movies that I watch. So seeing this like go from there to here, I think was pretty good. And having Miyagi be the main focus, yet Daniel's still the receiver of learning.
Yes.
And all this, like it's still from his view, but it's like more about Miyagi than him and his problems. And in a way, like he's learning that things can be more real than just a couple of bullies at the school. It's like, no, this is a real situation with like honor and history and family and like the other people involved. Like there's a lot more to this than some kids picked on me. And I don't know, it's hard to rate this in a way, kind of like because without the first one, you wouldn't get the way, like if you were to just watch this first, I don't think you'd have the same attachment. So
no, you wouldn't. But I mean, it does kind of sum up everything in the first like 4 minutes, like previously on the Karate Kid.
Yeah, but there's no way to connect it. So like, I don't know. For me, it's kind of like you wouldn't. Damn, this is kind of a tough one. This is a hard one to rate. I do like them both.
You need more time to decide. You can let us know tomorrow.
I will say that I feel like the finale for this, like the last 10 minutes of this, is better than the last 10 minutes of the first one, because I didn't care about the tournament, like what they're doing and him fighting. Like that didn't really mean as much. It's just like he's proven his point that he's grown from being able to. He got his ass kicked before, and now he can beat them. But
it was like Rocky; he wouldn't have necessarily had to win,
right?
It'll be poignant.
But with this, it's just more like this was his master and his master's enemy going through stuff, and after there's deaths involved, and then he's all happy here, and then this guy is seriously wanting to kill him, and it's like he defended himself. So I feel like this had more of a finale in the end.
Yeah.
I think I would say that I do like this one more, but there's still a lot in the first one that I enjoy more too. Like the training of Daniel was good.
Right. Yeah. The first one, like I said, is a really great, straightforward story. And it's one of those movies like Back to the Future that I would use as a great example in like a writing class. And this one is a great example of how to do a good sequel. And that is don't repeat yourself, build on the characters, there's a lot of world building here. I mean, look at how much stuff is built up for Miyagi. And it's not just stuff that's just like, oh, we're making this up now. We're just throwing it at the screen. It's made up now. No. We get a lot of this from the first movie. Some of it's carried over, but we've been embellished and added more. It's had a lot more added to it, is what I'm trying to say. So, like, it is a great way of showing more of Miyagi, where he came from, who he is, who his father was, what conflict forced him to leave in the first place that we didn't know about, and all that kind of stuff. And opens up all kinds.
I agree.
In the first movie, you just got a little hint of it. You just got a little bit with just some newspaper clippings and some of the things that he had in his.
We knew as he was in the war. We never knew why he left or anything like that, or why he never went back to Okinawa or anything like that.
Yeah, and you heard about his family, passing away, and. It just like everything about like these first two movies, like just looking at both of them without anything else, it just I'm starting to get it, Tom. It's starting to come around. It's coming around.
Well, there's all that setup in the first one that didn't have to be expanded upon, but they did and got paid off in part two.
Yes, it's about payoffs, like little, like you could even cherry pick just little things in the previous movie, and then you could expand upon it and make it more. How would you call it? I'm struggling to find the word. I don't know. It's gone.
Cohesive. It's,
yes, cohesive.
well-rounded.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and I also think that what this movie added to it was by also examining that culture and the whole concept of honor, that from Daniel's point of view, being an American, the way he is, he didn't understand it. And I think he understood it more, by the end.
It was a way of making him a fish out of water again without making it the exact same movie all over again.
Exactly, yes.
Good point. What do you think, Julie? Are you still there? Julie.
Muted.
Ireland.
Yeah, she's out for a pint.
America to Ireland. Yeah. America to Ireland.
All right.
No, it's all good. But no, I'm glad that Karate Kid so far is definitely my favorite classics that I've watched so far in my journey to watching the classics and popular films.
Yeah.
I mean,
good on you. Good on you.
But I will say that Kill Bill is like right up there though too. But I'm considering this to be more the classic and Kill Bill to be more the popular.
I was gonna say I consider Kill Bill a little bit more modern yet.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say that that's a classic. That's just like a popular one that people enjoy. So that's a different category. But those two sets are my favorites so far: Kill Bill and Karate Kid.
Yeah, because
you're becoming one of us. You're becoming one of us.
Yep, on the journey, long way still. Getting close. See, John Wick would be a good one next for different type of fighting, different type of character, adult. Completely different.
John Wick versus Mr. Miyagi. Now that I don't know.
Ooh,
that'd be a good film.
Well, I don't think there wouldn't be a fight unless they both lost something. Maybe.
Yeah.
But even then, Miyagi.
Did Miyagi have a cat?
But then, even then, Miyagi probably wouldn't fight him. He'd just say, "Nope, no shame, nope."
Why did you
like?
I like it.
That would be the problem with Miyagi being in a fight, because the other opponent would have to fight him first, and that might, I guess, that might destroy the other character, depending on who it is.
Here's John Wick, Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what kind of a jerk would pick a fight with Mr. Miyagi?
But yeah, like what did he ever do?
I'll just make Keanu look bad no matter what. Even if Miyagi picked the fight, he like John, like he'd still look worse. Miyagi would still look nice. It's like, oh, he's an old man. You don't do that.
I think that's part of the perception that gives him some sort of advantage. Like, oh, he's just an old man. He can't hurt us, and he just whoops all their asses.
Yeah.
Like with the skeletons when they're beating up Daniel.
Yeah.
I almost said Johnny.
Yeah, it's confusing because they.
What are you doing to me?
I feel like they could have completely different types of names. I feel like Daniel should have a different name, but I don't know. But I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I'll tell you now, I'm thinking of, like, what would it look like if Miyagi one day decided to pick a fight? I mean, that's a skit waiting to happen. I mean, what would make him want to pick a fight, and how he would, I just seeing him going around and like, hey man, fight me. I don't know.
No, well,
the DJD show says, I taunted him. I showed him my tree.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess that's how he would pick a fight.
It wasn't just a bonsai tree.
Yep. Julie's back. You back, Julie?
Yeah, sorry.
I am back.
That's all good.
Sorry.
I was like, America to Ireland. America to Ireland. You good?
America the future.
Yeah, pretty much.
How far are you back? Are you like what time is it for you now, or are you all slightly different, like an hour or so behind each other?
Proper Jeremy and I are like 2:00 over here.
8 hours, I think, right?
Yeah, it's an 8-hour difference. So
5 from the East Coast, and
But yeah, it's 4:00 here in Texas, so that's 6 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 10:17 over there for you, so.
Yeah, 10:17.
Yeah, I've got my international clock with all my.
What I was about to say, like, she just knew, like, off the bat there, like she.
No, not quite. I mean, because I'm gonna be trying to get over to Cork actually this summer, so I have that's one of my cities I have on here.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn
Wow.
time zones by heart so that whenever, like, because when trying to live stream with people, everybody is from somewhere else, and it's like, okay, can I get your time zone? And then like whenever I say a time, I always say Pacific now because I know that 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock somewhere is something somewhere else
Yeah,
different.
not everybody can live on the West Coast, and we're not all in one place. Yeah.
See, I used to be so confused on Eastern time and stuff because, like, when I try to watch a basketball game, they'd always go by Eastern time, but I didn't really get what they meant by because they'd always say EST. They didn't even say Eastern; it's like EST. I'm like, what the hell is that?
I never used to know what it was. I was the same. I'm like, what's est or est? What the heck is that?
What is that? And I'm like, okay, so 5 o'clock Eastern. Okay, and then I missed the game. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh no!
It was
Sent me your popcorn and Coke ready and all. You're like, yeah, it's already over.
yeah, because they're 3
Or
hours ahead of me. So I'm like,
Or like those commercials that were like, it's going to be on at 9/8 Central, only on whatever
right.
channel. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? And
Central,
like, no.
what's that?
Yeah, and then I finally understood, like, oh, it's all synced up. It's all the same, because why would you change it? I guess, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any last things on Karate Kid 2, though? I got to get going in a minute.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I had a few trivia things, but that's fine.
No, you can say it now. You're good.
Well, I was just going to say Karate Kid shares something with Ghostbusters besides being released in 1984. It was a property that shared a name with an unrelated property. There was a Karate Kid in DC Comics. Most people don't know.
Wow.
I did not know about
Called
that.
the Karate Kid.
Yeah, so they had DC for the rights to use the name, yeah.
Wow.
Thank goodness they said yes.
Wait, so he could fight Batman, potentially.
Well, it's a total different character, though.
Wait, no, it's just like I said. In Cobra Kai, there's going to be one where they fight aliens or something.
Please don't give them any bad ideas.
No, they fight Krypton, the evil Kryptonians or something.
No. See, Rookie. The reason why we're reacting like this is because it's one of our only saving graces. Every other franchise, you have to understand, has been ruined.
I know.
For the Karate Kid.
and before we could say they wouldn't do something that stupid, but now we know they would do something that stupid. It's very much likely. In fact, probably probable.
The blood in the beginning on Martin Cove's hands from when he punches the car windows is real.
Oh,
damn! But was that actually punching it and getting the blood from punching it? Like,
yeah. It was the fake glass, but it's still.
That's a good actor, though. Damn.
Whoa.
He's like, use it.
that's gives new meaning to method.
Did anybody think that he looked like David Hasselhoff?
A little bit. I was like, is that
David Hasselhoff? No, because he's got like a different kind of shaped face, but it kind of looked like David Hasselhoff to me.
Well, the hair was very popular like that, the way, yeah. That's funny.
And Chosen is the only character in all 4 Karate Kid movies to ever land a punch on Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, that's true.
Who was?
Chosen, the bad guy in this one, the younger bad guy.
Oh, yeah, he does that one hit, but that was okay. He's kind of occupied doing a lot of stuff at once, so it wasn't like a one-on-one.
But yes, it's still poignant.
It is kind of nice to see that Mr. Miyagi is somewhat vulnerable, but you'll still end up winning.
Well, not only that, his teacher was the teacher, his former co-student. So yeah, it's kind of poignant in that sense.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought of that. I think, dang.
Imagine if they showed Miyagi get his ass kicked. I don't think we'd want to see that on screen, would we? Like, would we want to see that? Would we want to see poor Miyagi in pain or bleeding? Like, oh, no. Like,
that's terrible.
We would. That would be bad.
That probably would have happened in like a young Mr. Miyagi, probably.
No, but this old Miyagi. See
no, thank you.
That'd be the equivalent of watching a dog get killed in a movie. It's like, you don't do that.
No.
You know?
You don't hurt Miyagi.
Like if Pat came in and insisted that they kill him, Sparta, he's not doing it.
Yeah. Any last things though from anybody else?
Oh, that was it. I didn't want to take up any more of your time. I got a lot of ancillary crap, but that was the best of the best.
I liked it though. Nice.
All I'd like to ask, and I guess we kind of went over that just when Chosen, landing a punch on Miyagi. Do you think some people would consider Miyagi necessarily a Gary Stu because he never really loses a fight, he just always wins?
If he would, we know they explain why. He's the wise old mentor. Generally you don't question that because we know he's been there, done that, did that. That's why he's who he is. He's already, learned and rolled.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't flaunt it about either, and he doesn't look for any of it. Not everybody likes him. That's a Gary Stu type of trait where everybody likes you.
Okay.
I'd say he
talking about you. Yeah, you're right.
He hasn't lost fights, but that's it. He also chooses to not fight.
That we know of. See, we don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, he may have gotten his ass kicked quite a bit when he was younger. We don't know.
Okay, losing a fight since being a master.
Yeah.
We don't know. Yeah, we just don't know. Yeah.
They imply that it's possible he could have lost when he was younger.
Yeah. And would you actually want to see a young Miyagi show?
No.
Assuming it's written by the Cobra Kai guys.
Still no, because you don't need to. Some things are better left a mystery.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like I don't need to see Yoda go through Yoda.
No.
Yoda school.
He's got a girlfriend or like master. Why? I mean, I don't know. I don't need to see him go through his trials. See him as he is. That's fine. We can leave that to our imagination.
Do you know what though, Geoff? With the way the world is going, right? Apparently, there's going to be like 100 live actions in the next 5 years of Disney, right? So you never know. You're probably going to get a live action of Yoda movie. With the way the world is going, I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably a TV show. Watch Yoda and his adventures through the academy. Where he is a bully that he needs to pick on, and his sensei, Mr. Ming Qingyan, has to, different name. So
let me tell you this, young Yoda
has to teach him. has to teach a young Yoda the crane kick. And
that would be so funny.
Needs to.
See a little Yoda-sized person do a crane kick. See how well that.
Oh gosh, there's a meme right there.
But that'd be a one right to the crotch if they're not careful. But you could just not have your legs spread open either. If you don't have your legs spread wide open, you should be fine.
Oh my gosh!
It's as well we're nuts, Geoff.
What?
It's as well we're all nuts.
Yeah, we're all nuts.
Of course we're all stark raving
We're all
mad.
Mm-hmm.
We're all mad here.
See, anybody can write a bad show. You just gotta start throwing around these dumb ideas. Let's have Luke suck on some tits, and let's have some random guy come in. Yeah. So,
anyone can can subvert expectations.
Oh wait, hold on. Julie, have you been able to talk on a live stream or anything about Game of Thrones? About your you have a little different take than a lot of people I've heard.
Yeah. I haven't bothered because
people get mad.
I just can't be bothered because it probably just wouldn't go well. But like I haven't even said that I loved it. But like even if I say even that I enjoyed it fine, which still isn't a compliment because I've said it's the worst season out of all of them. Even though season 5, 6, and 7 wasn't good either. People are kind of like, "What? You liked it? How dare you?" It's so sad. I just can't.
Yeah. Well, that's weird because I completely despised it, but I'm not going to lose any sleep, Julie, because you liked it. You know what I mean? I don't understand people like that.
Don't get me wrong. Like there was good parts. I don't want to like ruin it for Geoff or whatever because I know he wants to watch it from the start. But
you can.
Overall, but they rushed it. Your man George Martin wanted. I seen an interview of him and he said he wanted to do 10 to 12 seasons and they kept saying, no, we're only doing 7. They were adamant they wouldn't even do 8. And then like last minute, they just went, okay, we'll do season 8. But they just half-assed done 6 episodes. But like 6 episodes was nowhere near enough. They needed 10 to 12 episodes for season 8. But even at that, I don't think that would have fully covered everything they needed to cover. So I think they needed to do 10 seasons.
Basically, not yet. They said in the video he just did, yeah.
You don't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That it just seems like, I think, oddly enough, Aaron Rodgers said it best. I think they were too busy thinking about Star Wars or something. It's like, well, they got that coming up, so maybe they were focused on that. It's like, well, got to get this out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and I just don't understand though, if you're gonna spend all that money and all that, I mean, you may as well
Exactly.
do it right. My gosh, because the production values were magnificent.
I know, wasn't it beautiful? Like visually, like some of the
Oh.
scenes you were like, wow, that's absolutely beautiful. But one thing I will say, without sort of trying to sort of ruin it for Geoff, but still sort of you'll know what I mean. But like with the program, what they kind of always did, which is okay to do in a program for a few seasons, but they kind of try to get to like a main event or like a main thing, and then it doesn't really kind of go anywhere. But you don't want to be doing that in the last seasons, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like something kind of goes to come along and then it doesn't. And you're like, okay, so that ended in a few seconds. What's going on there?
Like,
do you mean you kind of go yourself?
If they set up all the dominoes and they try to knock them down, but they don't fall or something, it's like,
or they do it too fast.
We need to see them fall. Like, we need to see that. Oh no.
Yeah.
And you built this whole thing up, and we waited for so long, and it's just like,
it kind of sounds. It kind of sounds.
like,
It kind of sounds like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where like they tried to sum a full season into one movie, but they did that in these like last 3 episodes of Game of Thrones. So that sounds like they tried to sum up seasons worth of material into like a couple episodes.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm listening to the podcast of like Doomcock and Nerdotic and everybody trying to talk. I don't know what the hell's going on in that show because I don't
you need to stop it. You need to stop watching.
I'll forget because I don't know who the hell anybody is because I've only seen a little bit of season 1, and then I'm like, that show sounds like a completely different show than the season 1.
I know.
So,
Rookie, to be honest, even when you watch the show, you probably still don't know who anybody is. There's just there's so many people, and it's just they have all these weird names, and you know, I was like, I don't know, I can't keep track of these people.
I didn't even know that Boromir wasn't around anymore, or Joffrey. So,
you kind of have to give them nicknames at some point.
Oh yeah.
Who was Boromir in Game of Thrones anyway?
I just called him Sean Bean.
Yeah.
I think season 1 to 4 is the best. Sorry, Teresa.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I don't know about the rest is, but I thought that season 1 to 4 was brilliant, and then after that, it just really dove downward. You know, like to me, you can't compare season 5, 6, 7, and 8 to the first 4, but even at that, like you were kind of sometimes like, what the fuck is going on? Sorry for cursing, but like, do you know what I
mean? Yeah. Well, and season 5 was definitely for sure a hit and miss. Season 6 kind of rallied for me, and then I don't know. And it's kind of like we were saying, we spent like 2-3 years setting up something, and then they're like, it didn't matter. And we're all like, what? Yeah. And it's like, well, moving on.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Yeah. And it was kind of like when it did get there, it's just kind of like, well, why did that last such a short amount of time? That's really what you built up. What was the point in that?
So it's the lack of satisfaction. It's like if they were to have like the Lord of the Rings 2 Towers battle build up, but then they don't have that battle.
Yes.
Like, they just they go around, and it's like,
yes.
Oh, well. Okay, you're preparing, gathering soldiers, or even in Return of the King, they go around gathering troops, and everybody's trying to defend and get ready for the big fight, and it's like no, or it lasts like 5 minutes.
Pretty much,
It'd be like, they beat their eye, and then it's all gone. It's like, well, that was short.
Yeah.
Or if they're all like, oh, here's the ring, forget it, we're just not gonna throw it in the lava. Let's go over there.
The ring wasn't important. You needed
the ring wasn't important.
Yes, exactly. Like the ring wasn't really what the story was about.
That's not what this. Oh my god! Oh my god! I can picture it right now.
It was about Frodo the whole time.
That's what it feels like.
It was about friendship and fellowship.
And love.
And then protecting the environment.
Oh gosh! But
I know people just like have this impression in their mind that like I thought season 8 was perfect, and it's like, what are people not getting? I state in my videos, it's my least favorite season. Like, I don't know, I don't get it.
Yeah, I saw your video where you're like, yeah, it's not my favorite, it's the least favorite
Yeah.
of the things, and then I saw your tweets where people are like, how dare you? We're gonna kill you. What's wrong with you? It's like, okay.
People hear what they want to hear. People hear what they want to hear.
I saw one of your comments where the guy is questioning you, like, well, what happens with the watch? What happens with the wall? What happens with Link? And it's like, what does that matter? You said that this isn't your favorite. It's like, you're not.
All they heard, it's like Teresa says, they hear what they want to hear. So they heard me saying, now, first of all, I actually enjoyed the season fine. I was happy enough with it. I was happy enough with how it ended, because the thing is with Game of Thrones, it's always kind of been a thing where they don't really go for fan service. They do the complete opposite of what you're expecting. You're never going to get a sweet ending. That's just Game of Thrones. And to me, it ended Game of Thrones-esque.
Is it always kind of bitter?
To me, yeah, to me, if you're expecting something sweet, it's the wrong show for you to watch. But to me, I explained, like, look, it's not my favorite season, but it's always had its issues from season 5. But at the same time, it did have good moments. But yes, there was parts where I was like, what was the point in that? What'd you do that for to that character? Why did you rush this? Why'd you rush that? So I actually probably stated more negatives in my video than I did positive, but yet people are like, how dare you? How dare you like it?
Like, how dare you not hate on it enough?
Yes, exactly, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's sort of where I kind of deviate and just go like, oh, come on. Like, somebody has a different opinion. It's whatever. Get over it. Like, who cares?
You know what? I'm gonna try after I watch Karate Kid 3. I'm gonna do a thing where I'll try to watch one season of Game of Thrones for 1 week, and then I'll watch a season of Cobra Kai, and then a season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do
or half a season of Cobra Kai, since there's not as many seasons.
You know what you could do? You could probably do a reaction video if you wanted.
I was thinking about that. I posted a video. I'm like, should I approach it now, like Game of Thrones, after all the stuff it's finished and there's a lot of people hate it, a lot of people don't like it. Like, should I see it now? See if I can pull something different or the same.
Why not?
Pull the train.
Yeah, you could probably pull the whole I've never seen this before. I have I've never really watched it, and I heard about the whole controversy, so I'm going to see what this is all about, and then just kind of go on your journey like that.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be perfect.
Well, I think you're also going to have a different experience than we had, because you're going to be able to watch it from beginning to end. We had to wait year. I mean, this started, dang it, 2011. I mean, it was years ago before. So you're going to have a different, I think, perspective, because you're not going to have to wait.
And that's probably why a lot of people are so pissed, is because we waited an extra year and this is what we got, a rushed plot. Like, that's why that's why I think people are more upset, is because they had to wait.
But did you not think that the biggest mistake, can I ask you, did you not think the biggest mistake was and the weirdest thing was only getting 6 episodes? It just didn't seem right. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, just that's not enough time.
Like 6? Who even does? What even show has ever brought out just 6 episodes? I'm trying to even think of one.
The Defenders had 8.
Beavis,
but you know
and
what I mean?
Butthead.
Like, who the heck does that?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I was saying about Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like you're shoving seasons worth of material, many episodes, into an hour and a half.
Yeah, and that's so much character development that you're taking out that you would miss.
It was odd. To me, it was odd. It was kind of because even my mum and dad, right, they're big fans of the show, and they were always 1 episode behind me on this season, and they kept saying to me, when's the next one out? When they watched the last one, and I went, what do you mean? That's the end.
Well, they had no idea.
They were like, where's the rest? And there's always 10 episodes. I was like, no, that was the actual end.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, explain about so-and-so, and why did he this and why did he that? And I had to sit and explain it to you.
Imagine if for Star Wars or something, they started with the prequels and then went up, and then before you get to Return of the Jedi, they just leave it at the end of the Empire. It's like, okay, leave it at that. It's like, There's still threads though. Okay.
Or just have Return of the Jedi be an hour movie. It's like do the same thing but try to cram it into an hour.
Yep. Well, I'm going to close this out now. So thanks for coming by, everybody in the chat. This was a Karate Kid 2 watch party with a little bit of Game of Thrones in the end here. So, yeah, I'm just going to